dust off. Is that what you do? Is that all you're made of? Whatever ain't right, wrote it on yourself. Revisit your act, return to parallel. Living on a guideline, been there, done that, rolled up and dead. Instead of being bitter, back up, go grab your keys. Ready to relish everyday desire. Good fire, lighting up the way. Let go what holds us back. Take over, feeling different together. Breaking the barrier. What's the better? 'Cause we can zigzag, show them this is our own track. Look out, we won't get caught up. Look like you don't care, walking the dust off. Is that what you do? Is that all you're made of? Whatever ain't right, wrote it on yourself. Revisit your act, return to parallel. Living on a guideline, been there, done that, rolled up and dead. Instead of being bitter, back up, go grab your keys. By the road, the start driver, who hit the tip top of an adventure. Ready to relish everyday desire. Good fire, lighting up the way. Let go what holds us back. Take over, feeling different together. Breaking the barrier. What's the better? 'Cause we can zigzag, show them this is our own track. Look out, we won't get caught up. Look like you don't.
What's good, boys? How you doing? Cypher, Rain. I'm gonna call you Rain. What's good? You're having issues with Twitch since they changed monetization. Happy you also stream on YouTube. Yes, sir. Cypher, what's good, man? You been chilling out there playing some WUWA? Man says first, nah, second. Hold on. Oh. Bro, I've literally been debating on streaming for the past like 3 hours. I have not wanted to stream. You gotta try to hop in one of these other games with us, bro. Let's see. Where were you gone? So I ended up eating and then laying down for a while. That's why I left the BC, bro. I already 100% the map, didn't I? Whoops. Yeah, bro, this is the only area that I still haven't 100%. Makes me want to go do it, bro. Now that we have flight. Although I still feel I'm not going to do it. Where is it? Right here, Desert. Yeah, I'm probably still not going to do it. Chris, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Yeah, I would have dug up the sandworm if it wasn't Dune. Good old Dune, bro. Good old Dune. Bro, we have giant areas that we can put our chest in, and we still get nothing, bro. That shit's insane. So it has to be like a puzzle or something. Nah, let's go like... Maybe here. Yo, what's good? How you doing? I'm chilling today, man. What about yourself? Bro, I'm literally covering everything in Desorock and it still doesn't, like, show me nothing. That's crazy. Johnny, what's good, man? Welcome, welcome. Whoops. Gotta go this way a little bit. Bro, I'm so confused where this chest's supposed to be at. Like, it's supposed to be somewhere around here. Just flying around and found at least 4 missing activities in Jinsho after flying. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that, because in battle, who's trying to die? Oh my god, bro. Bro, yeah. So, it's either in a random activity, bro, or like in this tiny ass corner, which I doubt it's in there. So I'm just gonna fly around and see what I find. Just crazy. How much echo damage was that? 65, was it? Oh nah, that shit gotta be somewhere. Maybe it's here, bro. That'd be crazy if it's actually there. I'm good, just bored with games in general. And now WUWA starting to burn me out. Yeah, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, Cypher. Don't just stick to one gacha, bro, because that thing's gonna burn you out, bro. Like, you're actually gonna get fried. Especially when there's no content. And if you're bored from, like, gaming at the moment, bro, just, like, watch some anime, watch some shows, and you'll be alright. Eventually, more content will come out, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It has to be an activity, bro. Just that I left it somewhere and never did it somehow. That's done, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Is this done or is this not done? I'm pretty sure it's done, right?
Stay behind me.
Where am I supposed to go? What the fuck? What the fuck? They're all this way. Maybe I haven't done this? There we go.
Nice trophy.
Was that 100%? I would be so happy if it's 100%. It's 98 fucking percent. I hate everything. Destiny Rising's not bad, bro. But I will tell you, it's gonna be one of those games that you're gonna enjoy for a while, and then you're just gonna want to move on from it as well. What up, Latralius? I mean, who knows? You might end up liking it, bro. You might end up liking it a lot. Got S2 Augusta after doing 220 pulls. Hell yeah. How you feeling that S2 Augusta? Billy Game's been dry. Glad to have Destiny Rising now. It's pretty good. You should try. Yeah, Destiny. I've been enjoying Destiny Rising, low key. Why can't I fly? There we go. What you been up to, Latronicus?
Stay behind me.
Early CJ stream? Yo, it's like a miracle to see one of the OGs since 1922. Nines up in the chat, bro. Oh shit. They said, nah, you trash. Can I move? There we go. I gotta be sure that I'm sticking to the right area, otherwise it'll send me somewhere else, bro. I need co-op help from people to help me find what I'm missing, bro.
Honor cannot be signed.
Working is what I'm doing, but I'm on my lunch now. Ah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. 99, man. I'm only at 23. Hey, but think about it. You're at 23. You realize what that means? That means you got a bunch of goodies that you can claim, man. That means you got a bunch of astrites, bro. That means you got things you can get, bro. But I feel like getting this to 100% would be like a giant achievement, bro. Because, oh, what's that over there? That looks sus.
Stay behind me.
I was able to complete the Century and Fleur-de-Lis holograms. Nice.
To the left.
Oh, yeah, bro. I'm telling you, S2 Augusta feels so good. It's actually insane how good she feels. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, it's shooting. I was about to start flying through them shits. Oh, this is better with controller for sure. I gotta do that? No.
What a nuisance.
There we go. That was ass, but I got it. Do I get anything?
Nice view.
Did I not get shit? Oh, that's crazy.
Fight by my side.
What are you missing here? I'm missing a chest somewhere. A chest. Oh, wait. Maybe that's the chest because I just seen a chest pop up.
Honor cannot be
Maybe I'm done?
chase.
We did it. Never mind. We didn't do it. We're so close. We're at 98%, bro. All I need is supply chest. Literally the last thing I'm missing. I hate it. I'm sitting at 98% in Desert Rock. Sucks sassy to even with the fact we can. Oh yeah, bro, this is ass. I've been like this in this area for so long. I actually want to complete it though. The loop mapper doesn't work.
In control.
The loop mapper doesn't show activities or anything like that. I stop 100%ing maps and I mean the new maps are super easy to finish. Like they're just brain dead. You can finish them in a day without trying, but like the OG maps, the 1.0 Mount Firmament, dumb shits were annoying. I'm not gonna say like yo they were super hard, but they were definitely a lot harder than what we have now. We have super hand-holdy stuff now. Where am I supposed to throw this? Where am I supposed to throw this? There might be something hidden over here, bro. Or not? I have no idea where I'm supposed to throw this, bro. This shit's just there for fun. There's some chests hidden behind breakable. Yeah, bro, that's so annoying. 1.0 area for completion is the true test. There was so much more little like creative areas back in 1.0 than there is now in like the 2.0 areas. Like even the little puzzles and things you were finding around the world were kind of interesting. I had to follow a YouTube guide for locations for Desert. Bro, I don't get why Desert is so badly done. Like it's weird, bro. What up, John Tavius?
Stay behind me.
Do they still have those old... I mean, I'm not going to use them, but do they still have those old interactive maps working?
To the lands afar. Stay
Oh
behind.
my god, bro. Like, it felt like with 1.0 they were actually trying to make the map feel like interesting and like you could explore shit around here and it'd just be weird. Now it's just too basic, I think. I will never 100% this map, bro. Am I still in Deserock? I'm not even in Deserock no more, bro. Fuck. Doodle ass. Another week of not flying Jingzhou and Black Shores. It soothed my anger to Genshin. The fact that Hoyo flashed the fake feedback and live stream just to pretend they listened. True. Kuro listens, bro. You know the meme. Kuro listens.
Honor cannot be sullied.
Yeah, 2.0 and forward, all the maps feel like, don't get me wrong, this shit's ass. But I'd rather have this, not gonna lie to you guys, than just instantly getting everything solved. Personally, I find this to be more entertaining. Because I'm not necessarily doing this because I want those asteroids, I just want to complete it, you know? Is this shit not complete? Hold on, is this not complete? I think this is not complete, y'all. It's an L shape. No, it's a triangle shape. It's not. This might be the one that I'm missing. I probably gave up doing this before. I said, fuck this. And just kind of dip. Can I reset this, bro, somehow? Can I, like, put it in here? No? Fuck. You can't move in if you... Okay, so yeah, this is definitely what's holding me back, I think. How the hell do I do this? Okay. Oh, I hate this. Oh, just throw it outside? Oh, okay. Hold on. There we go. Bro, I haven't done this in so long that I didn't remember. Bro, you trolling me. Alright, we're gonna start with this one. I hate these puzzles, chat. I'm gonna tell you right now. I hate these goddamn puzzles, bro. So we have a 3-1, and where the hell's the other one? And a 2-1. That's not good. How we gonna do this? I can't get it. Wait. I put this here. I'm gonna just... That's not what I meant to do. I explore Arena Seed a lot less. Whole place is dead. Oh yeah, bro. The newer patches are completely... Or the newer maps are completely dead in terms of, like, what to do and where to do them. Go. You will have to look up the puzzles and rock locations. Oh, you're tripping, bro. You gotta find them shits on your own, man. What are you talking about, Latrelius? See, like, I know this is not it, bro. Because I only have a 2 left. Why they gotta make it a 2, bro? This shit's ass. I completed all the botfly and worm thanks to track feature they had. Yeah, the track feature is super nice. Makes life easier, bro. This shit's ass.
Stay behind me.
Maybe I don't. Maybe I start with the L, right? Maybe I start with the L. Where's the L? Right here. Stupid ass L. Where do I put you? But I'm not even gonna lie. Back in the day when WUWA came out, bro, I hated puzzles, dude. That shit grinded my gears. Let me see. Oh. Hold on.
Stay behind me.
I had just seen something, but I guess I didn't. Nah, definitely didn't. I'm tripping. I ain't seen shit. How the fuck? Take your time. Yeah, I'm gonna try, but shit. Something needs to go up in these, bro.
Stay behind me.
Some of these puzzles are fun when it's to hide the pieces to use that irritates me. They be hiding pieces from people? Oh, hell no. There's, like, I cannot figure how to do this, bro.
Stay behind me.
Oh. Wait. There you go. Stupid ass puzzle, bro.
Without a prize.
I know there was someone in there. You gotta do this. Ain't no way he was doing that. I got it in my first try. Bro, still 98, bro. You know how much that irritates me, bro, to do something? Bro, I've opened 2-3 chests from 3 different activities. That shit is still at 98. Like, what are we talking about? Like, back in the day, bro, it felt like there was chests everywhere. Now I be going to, like, 2.0 maps, right? You be going to, like, this area, right? For example, Septimon or Sanguis Plateau. And then you, like, actively click this shit. And then you go to this. Hold on. You go to this and you literally just click the treasure spots. You get the treasures in the treasure spot area and like you're done. It doesn't, you're 100% with the map. And here you'll be like 98%. You'll find 15 treasures and you'll still not get 100%. It's insane, bro. Is there anything here?
Lands afar.
I'm pretty sure I've done this one, right? I don't remember if I've done it. I know I have to do something with these, but like okay. Where's the other one? Okay. Where's the last one? Is that it?
Money for the book.
feel like this door's gonna open. It's probably not, but feels that way. Oh, there it is. Alright, another random puzzle that I did. Watch, it's still not gonna go up. Oh, hell no, I gotta wait because my stamina's not... I'm not waiting for shit.
A hunt isn't complete without a prize.
100%? 99%, bro. Come on now. We're close, chat. Can my stamina go back up? I'm starting to get pissed off, bro. Just let me get infinite stamina, bro. Shit. Yo, we're so close, chat. All we need is one more. One more thing. We're done. Does this one look like it needs solving? Nah, this one's chilling. Bro, I'm missing one chest. You know how ass that is? Missing one chest in this entire area. It could be anywhere, man. I've already been here.
To the lands afar.
And it could be like anything, bro. It could be like a hidden rock. An actual game mode. Bro, whoever said that they didn't need to add flying to 1.0 needs to stop playing video games, bro. Just needs to quit. Straight up, bro.
Stay behind me.
The Terriers was good, man. The loot mapper doesn't work, bro. Not for this. This looks suspicious down there. No. Nothing down here. They must have too much time on their hands. Yo, for real. Or, you know, people usually get some superiority complex when they do something. Yo, I 100% my map without flying. Now you do it with flight, doesn't even count. That's how some people be, bro. They add flying, even if it's only to rover, shit. But I didn't have flying, there was no one else should have had. Yeah, that's how people are, bro.
To the lands afar.
I had to watch a video on all hidden chests for that region. Way back in the day, I was like
Cannot be
going to watch videos on these things, but I was like, you know? And I ended up not watching videos or using the loot mapper to clear. And this is my second time clearing all of these things, bro. Because I already cleared the map one time on my main account way back in the day. Yo, Augusta's hair is looking magnificent, bro. It's looking all shiny and shit. I love it. Why can't I fucking fly? Who wants... Bro, I hate when things aggro on me. I need, what's that thing, bro?
lands afar.
The thing from Pokemon? Max Repel? There you go. So people don't aggro on me. Oh my god.
Honor can
And now I can't fight because this thing wants to fight. Can I fly now? Look, your son's still alive. No, he woke up. He gotta die now. Can I fly? No. Guess this dude woke up too. You love her crown? That's crazy. Most people say they don't like crowns, bro. They don't like the crown. You get off work at 8, Lapernicus? Nice. I can't use the interactive map cipher, bro. Like, I'm so close to finishing it. I feel like if I use the interactive map at this point, I'll just be cheating myself out of a well-deserved victory. Yo, what if there's a chest down here, chat, in this hole? Shit, there's no chest in the hole. There ain't no chest. So what's going on with y'all, though? What's going on with y'all? The WUWA space, what's the recent thing, bro? There's always something going on with the WUWA community, bro. Someone said, he said, she said. I just like the way it's designed personally. It fits her outfit. Yeah, nah, not gonna lie. I'm not a big fan of like the crown myself, but it doesn't look bad. Like I think it's annoying to me because I feel that it's a little bit too extra, like it's too big. But other than that, I think it's good. Also, it's just hanging there by like fucking sheer power, because like she don't even got a bobby pin. Oh, she kind of got like a little pin right there at the front, I guess. WUWA Reddit is burning right now. What's going on with WUWA Reddit? I don't be going up in there, bro.
To the lands afar.
What are they yapping about in the Reddit, bro? Just pass into the cliff. Some activities in Dresser Rock are on the cliff. I'm gonna have to keep an eye out on the cliffs, man. Cause what? Wait, have I done this? If the vines are there, did I get it? I don't know. I think I did, right? Where's the fireball, dude? Vines appear again, so I think I did that shit. I can't tell if I did it or not, and I don't know where the fireball is, so I'll just move along. Yo, Zeno, what's good, mate? How you doing? Have I done this? Yeah, I've done this because it's finished.
Stay behind me.
Oh yeah, it is magnetized to her dome. You're right, bro. I forgot that she had the whole magneto powers. For real, giving great feedback comment while being respectful. Yeah, it doesn't need a metal band or something. It just doesn't focus. Yeah, bro, nah. I just realized they're right, bro. She doesn't need a hairpin or nothing, bro. She just has magnetic power, so this is technically like a very easy thing for her to do. Our WUWA imploded a little, but why did it implode?
To the lands afar.
I heard Kuro gave a 14-day ban on somebody. Like, in the Reddit or in their account? The fuck? Bro, all my boys hate Dresser Rock Highland. You finished it? No fireballs nearby? Bet. People in Reddit getting banned for giving honest feedback and suggestions to other gacha slop unrelated to the game remains rather than those that are relevant to the game. So they banned someone for giving good feedback? But what did the person say, though? What was the feedback they were doing? Also, is the Reddit actually ran by, like, Kuro? Like, low-key? Or is that shit ran by, like, randoms, bro? Oh, it was the Reddit? Okay, so they got banned from the Reddit. Because, like, if it's random, does it even really matter like that? Damn, I actually thought there was a chest that was about to pop out, and I was on some G shit, bro. I was like, yup, I'm the greatest, bro. I just found it. Nope, they said, fuck you. I'm pretty sure I did these things, right? Because they're green. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did this. Yeah, okay. They said he disregarded another person due to his title and picture choice. What was his title and picture choice? Sammy, how you doing? Welcome to the stream.
Cannot be silent.
Isn't Reddit run by mods that are pretty infamous for being crazy? Yeah, like, I don't know. Is Kuro really running the actual fucking servers? Because, like, if Kuro themselves don't run them, like, you know, people shouldn't be even caring about what goes on in there.
To the lands afar.
I'm gonna have to pay somebody to do this, bro, because hell no.
Stay behind me.
Gotcha Reddit forums for any gotcha is always Slopfest. And no, it's not ran by Kuro, I don't think. Anyway, someone correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I don't think they're ran by Kuro, bro, for sure. Kuro endorsed the Reddit page as official. Oh, they endorsed it as official. That's crazy. So on paper affiliated with Kuro employees, but I think it's name only when Stains went over it. It reminds me of
Stay behind me.
I used to cover this game, bro. And this is gonna be crazy. This is actually gonna be insane. So I used to cover this game on one of my other channels, and I used to stream it a lot on Twitch. It was not a gacha game. It was this completely other game. And they had their official Discord. Like, if you go to their socials, everything, it would link back to their official Discord. Their paid moderators, like directly hired by the company, would run the Discord. Bro, I kid you not, guys. The own moderators would make fun of people, call them like retarded. In that Discord, there'll be random ass people that would post straight up corn, bro. Like straight up random ass pictures of people fucking and shit, and then they would just give them like a 1 week ban. I was like, bro, what the fuck? Because I've never gotten into like an actual gaming Discord ever. Like, I never get on a gaming Discord, bro. Unless I'm like looking for teams or some shit. And that's very rare because I usually have my homies that I just grind with. And dog, I was surprised as hell when I joined that Discord. I was like, bro, what are they doing? Are these moderators, bro? Ain't no way. It was the official subreddit by Kuro, but the mods aren't from... Wait, so how is it an official subreddit from Kuro, but the mods aren't from Kuro? So they just made the Reddit and dipped and then just gave the fucking mods positions to like some random gooners or some shit? If you want to argue with picture receipts, then okay. Wait, what are you talking about? Bro, there's always some, like, it's crazy because I've played so many gacha games in my time throughout the years, and I think that Wuthering Waves is the game that stays active with the most. Once again, I wasn't involved with Genshin slot back in the day, so Genshin could have been worse, right? But I'm telling you, bro, when it comes to... And not only that, I feel that a lot of the content creators from Genshin Impact used to be fucking sponsored, so them hoes wouldn't actually say shit that was bad about the game. Most of them, of course. Whereas, when it comes to WUWA, bro, every day there's some bullshit going on. People unhappy about this, people angry about that. He said, she said, oh, I think I have to do this. Bro, is this the last thing? Oh my god. Hold on.
Stay behind me.
I think I cooked. Unless that shit just resets, which would suck ass.
Loading.
Guys, do be sure to hit the like button on the way in. I would really appreciate it. I should have used Cadenza for just roaming.
Conquest begins now.
This has, bro, I swear on everything.
Without a prize.
Please. It's still 99%. Oh my god, suck my nut, bro, from the side. I hate this game. That's Central Plains? How was I 100% on Central Plains? But I'm not even, bro. They're busting my balls, bro. Bro, like that's literally Desserok, bro. Nah, that's Central Plains, and I'm 100% in they're playing with my balls right now.
Stay
That's crazy, chat. Yo, chat, remember how I dropped a video like yesterday, talking about the whole thing with YOOOO again? And in the video I said that there was some weirdos dropping some long ass comments on my videos. Like some insanely like gigantic fucking comments on my videos. Tell me how the dude, one of the dudes that dropped one of them comments, dropped another comments that made the original comments seem like baby comments, bro. Like, I ain't never seen a comment that long in one of my videos, bro. The motherfucker was going off. He felt some type of way that I guess didn't say that YOOOO is the greatest character of all time, bro.
Stay behind me.
Let's see.
Lands afar.
Can we see it? You want to see the comment, bro? Bro, I got you. This shit's actually ridiculous. Hold on. Dog, like, you guys ain't even gonna believe this shit, bro. Hold on. Let me actually show y'all. Are y'all ready? Hold on, hold on. Dog. That's one comment. Bro, that's one comment. What the hell is even this, bro? What the hell is even that, bro? Ain't no goddamn way, bro. See, I warned you about upsetting the feet guys. Yeah, them feet guys be crazy. Shit was... So basically, in my video, right, I made this point right here. Hold on, I'll show you. Let's see if I have it open somewhere, bro. So I made this right here, where I grab Cantarella, GACHA, Brand, and YOOOO, and I say, these characters down here are characters that can take advantage of their buffs, right? One way or another, even if they're not the best comps. Like, for example, Brand can buff Ling Yang with skill damage. You wouldn't run a Brand with a Ling Yang, but you can buff your Ling Yang skills damage with Brand. So basically what I did is I picked either direct teammates of these characters or main DPSs that can get affected by the buffs they give, right? So I'm like, for example, for Cantarella, Ling Yang, Jingxi, Frolova, Carlotta, Shangli, Shixia, all of those are main DPS characters, right? For the Havoc damage, I put Camellia, Rosha, and Danjin. Danjin is not main DPS, but is pretty much synergistic with Cantarella in almost every aspect. It's, you know, good pairing. So I did the same with everything. And when I got to YOOOO, I only put Augusta, Zani, Gian, and Rosha, and I forgot PB, but I mentioned that in the comments, and I did talk about PB somewhere over here, bro. Like, right here. I literally say Peebs right there, right? Bro, this man was mad as hell talking about all of these comps don't matter. Like, oh, having Ling Yang with Brant doesn't matter because nobody would actually run there. I'm like, who the fuck cares, bro? He can take advantage. Like, Brant could buff Ling Yang's skill damage. I'm not saying it's a good comp. I'm saying it can't. It can, whereas YOOOO can only buff heavy damage. So she can only buff the heavy damage main characters, right? Augusta, Zani, Gian, Rosha, and Peebs. He's like, oh, well, why didn't you... If you're going to add Ling Yang as a character that Brant can buff with skill damage, why didn't you add, what the fuck's the name of the character? GACHA. Why didn't you add, not GACHA, Zhang Xing. Why didn't you add Zhang Xing to YOOOO? Because YOOOO can buff Zhang Xing. And I'm like, motherfucker, Zhang Xing is not a main DPS. I'm adding only characters that are main DPS because these are support units. So I'm using them as support units. Like, bro, the very beginning of the video, I literally say, I'm only taking these units from the support side of things. Specifically the support and damage amplification side of things. Bro, people on the internet be weird, bro. Homie, bro, and that was like 2 comments that looked like this, bro. Like, who the fuck, bro? Who does this? This man went out here writing math and shit, bro. Like what the fuck? Like, bro. God damn. YOOOO got some shooters, bro. They do not mess around when it comes to their feet goddess, bro. They want to be all up in them toes, bro. It's just crazy. That person's around your... Bro, Kahlo, I cooked him like 3 times, and then I told his bitch ass, I'm like, look, you're either going to tell me, yes, sir, you're the greatest, and get the fuck out of my comments, or I'm banning your ass. And I never... Bro, you could literally go into my comment section and be like, fuck you. And YouTube auto-blocks your comment. I'll publish it. I'll make it so it can be published. I don't care if you go off at me, but if you're gonna be like a fucking dumbass in my comments, writing 300 paragraphs and continuing to yap to everybody, you're getting cooked, bro. I was like, motherfucker, you're out here like a dumb fuck. Like, you can't understand the simple... Bro, and I broke that shit down like if I was talking to straight up, like, kids, bro. I made that video with the actual intention of, like, simplifying it as much as possible, and man still didn't understand it. Shit's fucking weird. You know, it's issue with her restrictiveness, and that's what these people... Yeah, people don't seem to get it. And you know what's crazy? People are like, where were you when Zani and Peebs had their problem? I'm like, where was I? Bitch, I was complaining about it too. What do you mean? I was literally saying from day one that Zani should be able to apply Spectrofrazzle, because why the fuck does she have Spectrofrazzle, not abilities, but dependency in her kit, but no way to apply it herself? Even if she only applies 2 fucking stacks and it's doo-doo ass, she should be, if she has abilities in her kit or in her weapon that benefit from Spectrofrazzle, she should be able to apply herself. I don't care if it's like fucking 1 or 2 stacks and it's kind of trash, but at least she can take advantage of it. I called that out day 1, bro. Day uno. People be weird, bro. He already set the parameters of the argument, but he seems... That's what I'm saying, bro. And like, the thing is, in my video about YOOOO, I literally never said that she's trash, bro. I never said, yo, YOOOO's trash. I said YOOOO's restrictive. Right, YOOOO's restrictive. And then not only that, someone sent me a clip from Gacha Smack. It's from his latest video. I haven't watched it because I wanted to react to it, or at least some of it today. I don't know if I'm going to watch it all because I get the general gist of it. But pretty much the way the Gacha Smack said it is like, people are saying that if YOOOO were to give her damage amplification buff to everybody, it would power creep the game. And I'm like, are y'all dumb, motherfuckers? YOOOO is about to give her damage amplification buff to one of arguably the strongest DPSs currently in the game, which is Augusta. Augusta's in the top 3 DPSs in the game, and she's the only one getting all of the buffs. So if we're talking about power creep, she's already given it to one of the strongest characters in the game. Pin my comment? What comment? Oh, Crystal pinned it, and Crystal told me to pin what video? Oh, the one by Zeno, I got you. Was it that one? There we go. So it's like, that shit don't even make no sense, bro. Like, bro, if YOOOO were to give that buff to everybody and then she gave it to, yeah, Cardithea would get the damage amplification buff, but now she wouldn't get the heavy attack buff. So it starts evening out. Okay, what about Zani? Zani and Augusta are similar in their DPSs, you know? They would still be around the same spot they were before. So it's like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Like, y'all don't even make sense, bro. Does YOOOO actually heal? Bro, you know what's crazy, though? That was another comment in my video. Yo, is this shit? Hold on. Oh, I gotta do this shit? Oh, I gotta do this shit with the mouse. Hold on. I gotta do this shit with mouse. And I have not shot in forever. There. Oh. Please be the 100%. Please be 100. What the fuck? I'm dying inside, chat. I'm fucking dying. I'm fucking dying. How have I found like 20 chests and it's gone up 1%? What the hell is even that, bro? I've legit opened like 5, not 5, probably like 8 chests on the stream, and it's gone up 1%. They're playing with my balls, chat. I've done two or three entire activities, bro. A puzzle, two shooting challenges, a puzzle, and some fucking like time thingy. Nah, bro, they messing with me, bro. I'm sad. Actually, it will balance shit if YOOOO will give buffs. And, bro, YOOOO is the perfect unit to give Gion some relevancy, bro. People have been bitching that Gion cannot clear Whimpering Waste. Have they not been bitching about Gion not being able to clear Whimpering Waste? He still can. You're gonna sweat. But he doesn't do it as comfortably as before. So people's been bitching about Gion not being able to clear Whimpering Waste. They drop a character that can literally now help Gion clear Whimpering Waste. Nah, bro, don't do it. Don't make it so he can help Gion clear Whimpering. Oh, bro, what the fuck is going on, bro? Yo, Stretch, what's good? Oh, yeah. So where I was going with that is that in my video, I talk about the support aspect of the character from the buffing capabilities, right? Buffing. Bro, people in the comments talking about, why didn't you write down that YOOOO can give heals? And I'm like, what the fuck that got to do with damage amplification and increasing your team's damage? The fuck? Oh yeah, you're selling YOOOO short because she's going to be one of the best healers in the game. And I'm like, who the fuck pulls a unit because of the heals? Like, bro, my SK heals 8,800. Who the bro, what are we talking about? Have y'all ever actually pulled a unit because she heals? Like, did y'all look at Brand's kit? Shielding, right? Quick swap, buffing, perfect for the fusion comp. Nah, but Brand heals. That's the best thing ever, bro. I'm gonna pull him just because of his heals. Like, what the fuck? Who does that? Ain't nobody pulling characters because they heal. If they heal, that's an extra for them. Like, bro, I think the least valuable shit on Brand's kit is that motherfucking healing. That's like the least important thing out of his entire kit. Who the fuck? I would love that damage being reduced to 15. Yeah, like, bro, I even said there are so many people in my comments that were like, oh, I think you have a good point, but what if they did this? And they would give answers like, oh, what about if they make it so she can give 20% damage amp to everybody, and then the other 20% are exclusive to characters that can stack shield. That's dope. At least make it so she can be ran with other units. That's all I'm saying. Make it so she can help out Gion a little bit more. Motherfuckers, like, I'm actively advocating for a character to help more units, and they think I'm like, you don't need more help. Like, you don't need to have units go and help everybody. Motherfucker, I got S6R5 units. I don't care what teams they drop, what units, and none of, like, it doesn't affect me whatsoever. I'm trying to help everybody else. The people that have been crying about YOOOO, or, what's his face? Gian, am I supposed to go down? What the fuck is going on here? Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to get down there. Oh, shit. Bro, I swear I'm gonna finish this fish fucking puzzle and it's still not gonna be 100%. It's still not gonna be 100%. Oh, nah. Please. Oh. Yay! Woo! We got it! All my fucking areas are 100%. Bro, listen. Listen. Whoever said that y'all don't need flying in 1.0, ban him from my chat mods. Just ban him, bro. That's crazy. Bro, I've literally been trying to get this map done for like months. Every so often I come back here trying to finish this map and I was making like no progress with it. Oh my god, bro. That's annoying. I'm so happy I finished that though, because that's taken me forever. And look, even with me saying that's annoying, I will take this type of exploration over any type of 2.0 exploration. 2.0 exploration has been doo-doo ass, bro. What the hell is this? Oh. Yo, I got a single chat. Y'all think we gonna win? Watch, watch. This is how winners win. I'm about to pull something, bro. I'm about to pull something. Watch. Watch. See, I pulled something. I told y'all. I told y'all I was gonna pull something. Yo, what up, Uchiha? How you doing? Yo, what up, Zaniel? I do love some. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I like healing on my support units, but that's never really why you pull a character in Withering Waves. Because in all reality, in all form, like for example, in WUWA, what the hell does healing do for you? Nothing. You gotta beat that shit and do as much damage as fast as possible. In Tower, you also have a timer. And most of the time, unless you have like a super cracked out healer, bro, like you might be doing 5,000 HP heals with your Shorekeeper at S0 or, you know, whatever. At, like 5,000 heals. Most of you that have Shorekeeper will agree. You'll do like about 5,000 when it comes to healing. In Tower, a boss will hit you with their main attack. It'll deal more than 5,000. So your DPS, like you'll heal and then instantly get hit. Boom, you're done. So it's not like it helps, right? It does help a little bit, but it's not like, holy shit, this is absolutely life-changing. Now, if we had a healer that absolutely, like, refreshed your shit, right? Like, you were at 1 HP, the healer made it so you couldn't die, and then it would max fill your health. That would be interesting. You were traumatized by this TOA? How come? There's a broken token that requires healing to activate. Okay, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. When you use the broken token that requires healing in WUWA, you're using a hyper-specific thing. You're really going to tell me that you sit here and you say, I'm going to pull Shorekeeper because of the hyper-specific healing token in WUWA. Hell yeah. No! No one does that. No one does that, bro. Like, I get it's there, but nobody really pulls for that particular reason. Oh, we gotta do, whatchamacallit? Fantasies. Yo, I heard that they did something to Fantasy, right? Like, they upgraded it or some shit. Guess we're gonna see. We gotta use this team. Why? And I guess. What is this? This shit new? What did I just click? But
At your disposal.
I don't know what I clicked. I mean, it doesn't matter anyway, but peeps, kill him. Now, that token is triggered by frequency of healing, not the amounts of heal. That's what I'm saying, so it's like, eh. Oh my god, stop telling me what to do. Oh, I actually got to do that ability? Oh, hell no. They updated it. It's fun now. It's a lot more fun now. Oh, shit. Okay, okay. Baja does a better job for that. That's what I mean, bro. So, like, when people were trying, like, even yesterday, someone was trying to say that, like, she heals and she's so good because of that. You know, I'm going to be honest. Has anybody actually checked the modifiers on YOOOO's heals? Like, is she going to be out here healing, like, on some crazy shit like people are making it seem? I don't remember when I... Ooh, yo. Zeno, hit up our boy that's in the test server and see if he has any footage to check what her heals were looking like. You can use any team now. There's an extra level for full points. Well, fuck me. I'm gonna get out and I'm gonna use my Augusta comp because it's fun. Yo, what up, God Slayer with the freaky emote? How you doing, God? How you doing in Destiny? You lost 50-50. You're gonna skip Augusta? Oh hell nah. Just keep doing 10 pulls until your next character drops. Yo, so my mind has been all over the place regarding what's it called? Galbrina, bro. I think that Galbrina is going to be wait, no, that's not what I meant to do. Fuck. Galbrina is going to be partnered with the Ki Yuan guy or whatever the hell his name is. They're gonna do it just like Augusta. Augusta and her best in slot, and they're gonna do the same thing. Galbrina and her best in slot. Maybe not, but I think that's what's gonna happen, bro. I think that's what they're gonna do. There we go. Casting Ratsunner's Liberation summons thunderbolts that strike nearby targets. That sounds pretty cool. Dealing damage grants revealed heart stacks. Oh, I'm definitely grabbing stacks on fucking crit rate, crit damage. Bobbing gonna be swiping again soon. Oh, hell no. Out here, swiper, no swiping, bro. I want to see before I, like, invest into the game. I mean, I already bought the battle pass, like always, in the monthly thing. And, like, 2 of the little boxes. But I want to see how the power creep fares out. I mean, it's still a shooter, so it's the same thing that went on with StarCraft. Shooting is going to be the end of the day, but I want to see what the characters long-term do before I heavy commit. Sure. How's WUWA? WUWA's going all right, bro. It's chilling. Good characters. It's been fun, bro. Just slow, you know what I mean? I hope so, because I'm saving for both. Yo, Jace, what's good? What it is.
Honor cannot be silent.
Galbrina, Augusta, and Yuno. Bro, I'm gonna be honest. Outside of, like, I don't know, bro. I think in terms of coolness and, like, badassery, Augusta is definitely the top character in the game that I can think of off the top of my head. Right? Once again, it's subjective, but in terms of, once again, badassery, Augusta's freaking aura farming the entire time. And, like, obviously we have Fleur-de-Lis, and Fleur-de-Lis is just an absolute menace to society, but Fleur-de-Lis is, it's Cardathea, and Cardathea is not an aura farmer to that degree. To that degree. She's just a cutesy patootsy, bro, even though she does have some aura farming moments. But you could arguably go either way. Augusta, Cardathea / Fleur-de-Lis. Oh, there's a rock over here, bro. God, please no, don't make me pull homeless Gian. I'm not gonna lie, I think that's how they're gonna do it, bro. Like, I have that feeling that they're gonna make Ki Yuan, because originally the leaks thought that it was gonna be Ki Yuan as an Electro best in slot partner for Augusta. With Augusta being best in slot with Yuno, I do think that it's going to be what's it called? Ki Yuan and Galbrina, because then who would Galbrina pair up with, right? And I think they're moving away from mono teams as well. Oh, he got deleted, bro. You're not pulling for Galbrina. You're a Cardathea main. Hey, right now I'm on an Augusta main, bro. Augusta gonna carry us to victory for a while. 2.6 story text was boring, not gonna lie. Augusta aura farming couldn't even carry the story for me. Didn't you also not like the 2.5 story? Did you like the 2.4 story? Where the fuck's the dough? Oh, right there. Ki Yuan will be aura farming #1. We'll see, we'll see.
Stay behind me.
Right, what the kitty got to give us? That's crazy. Let's see what this dude got to sell, bro. Chisa, that's what I thought it was gonna be. I don't know what Chisa is gonna be. So before my thought was that Chisa was gonna be the last partner for Carlotta, and it would make a lot of sense. But while I was making my video, I also realized that they've only ever released one limited banner, Glacio DPS. They've released one limited banner, Glacio DPS, and a grand total of 2 limited Glacio characters. So I don't know, maybe Chisa will be another DPS. Oh, that's insane. That's like an actual insane buff. What the fuck? Oh, I want to look at my stats when I get done with this, and they haven't even been that good. All right, let's get out of here. That was actually crazy. Feel like I should have way more attributes, but hey, maybe not. It's crazy.
Honor cannot.
Someone in VC guessed that Chizo might be an AoE DPS. Hey, maybe.
Modulation. Loading.
Let's see. Burn to ashes. Like in RBC?
Let's do this another way.
Why am I... Bro, I couldn't swap. Bro, it's not Hadoken. What's the Ryu attack? What's the name of the Ryu attack where he does an uppercut? Huh? I think Hadoken is when he goes like that. Shurioken. I probably said that wrong, but yeah. Yeah, that's the one, bro. Every time I see Augusta finish up with that uppercut, I think of that exact moment. It just comes to my head. Bro, everything about Augusta's, like, gameplay just feels on a whole nother level than what I get from all the other characters. I cannot wait to see how 2.5, or 2.5, 3.0, 3.5 is going to look down the line. Why the fuck? No! There we go. Doesn't she kind of does that, but not the full seismic talk. She like hits them with her freaking griffin and hits them upward. What the fuck? Hello, I'm stuck. Step bro. There we go. Yo, God, I was gonna tell you. I don't know. It depends. I gotta hit up Crystal and Latrelius Latronicus, and see if you want to do the raid. You know we're all gonna be potato, bro. I know nothing about the raid, so if they're down, we could try at least a couple of stages of it today. Unless you've already done it.
Fury boils.
I wish we would have seen more in depth about Augusta. Instead, we got more time to learn about Yuno. Kind of swapped focus. I'm going to be honest, and this could be a hot take. If it's a hot take, don't motherfucking clip me. I'll punch you in the throat. But I think Kuro does a pretty bad job with their characters in terms of story-wise, like in terms of like story development, outside of the main time they're introduced. Like the first time, or the little bit of the story that they're introduced, right? I think outside of that, they do a bad job with their characters, bro. Like they fucking get forgotten right after they drop, bro. Like, why couldn't Lupa come with us to this area, bro? Lupa instantly forgotten. Brandt, an NPC. Zhang Liao, a literal NPC. Jian, fucking retired. Every character just... Jinshi retired. Like, they could have had a little clip where they hit up Jinshi. Hey, bruv, why the hell Scar out here tripping balls in our land? I thought y'all had him locked up. What happened? And then like a tiny little clip of them showing Scar pulling some voodoo shit and then just escaping, or not even that, just Jinshi being like, oh, he's in prison, or yeah, he escaped on us, and then they had a conversation, like fucking black screen white text, anything. But every time they drop a character, these motherfuckers at Kuro forget the character exists, bro. Except for Cardathea. Cardathea is kind of like the exception. Yeah, if they make Chisa support, I'm gonna crash out. You're also going for Chisa? I hope the Avenger scene in the animated trailer wasn't bait. Wait, what specific scene? I don't remember. I got old man memory, Kahlo. Only Cardathea has had good development. And I feel like bro, why don't they make any of these characters like fucking like an anime, bro? Like, you know how in the anime there's always the MC, then he gets his little crew little by little. Every now and then, you know, he'll meet up some of the older freaking characters he's met up with. They could do such a good job of doing that. Like Rover reporting back to like Jinshi, telling her what's popping over here. You know what I'm saying? Brand saying, yo, there's been some weird shit going on in the land. Like, just random little interactions with some of these characters. Keeper hitting up her baby daddy Rover every now and then, telling him what's good. Nah, bro, nothing. Are these buffs kind of doo-doo for me? Are they the same for everybody, or am I just getting cooked?
Stay behind me.
I think I'm getting cooked, chat. Oh, you talk. Oh, I know what you're talking about, Kahlo. That one actual really dope fight scene. Yeah. I know what you're talking about, where everybody's throwing hands. Oh yeah, they're baiting us with that. 100%. That's not gonna happen. That is 100% not gonna happen, bro.
Fight by my side. Undying glory.
Like, you know how random it would be for all that to happen, bro? I clipped, but not sure. Got it all. Hey, that's fine. At least we got, you know, around where it starts. Was gonna skip till I saw Augusta's combat on. Bro, Augusta's combat. Look, this could have also been a hot take. I ain't even gonna lie. I think every character's gameplay in Wuthering Waves up to now has been a basic bitch type of gameplay. Straight up. Like, and I'm not talking about, well, if you quick swap and animation cancel, everything looks amazing. No, I'm talking about like from straight up gameplay. I think every character up to this point, gameplay, combat-wise, has felt like a basic bitch compared to Augusta. I feel that Augusta is going to be the start of all these characters having some, like, crazy combat mechanics, bro. Damn, G, what's good? How you doing? So each season a new crew pops up to... That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, he could have some people travel with him, at least to the land, right? And then do other things. Not necessarily go and fight with him, but... I don't know, bro. They take that approach of just the solo MC fucking solo leveling everything, bro. I haven't even done the latest story. And why I know Rover's just gonna fight everything. Homie's gonna get the credit for everything at the end of the day. They ain't gonna do no build up towards the other characters. Maybe Yuno, like you guys said. And then she gonna die or something, bro. She gonna catch COVID. We got on a date with Lupa. She's always wants to be on your side, but after 2.0, you're like, Lupa. That's what I'm saying. Bro, Lupa was like our homegirl. She's done. She's not even real. We forgot about her.
Honor cannot be silent. Invincible. Sing
Shit's crazy. I've been doing good, damn. Just chilling, bro. Playing a little bit of WUWA, trying to get back into the content creation game. What's going on? Gal will be better. Gal ain't shit. Gal is another Zhang Liao, bro. She's an NPC-ass character, bro. Let's be real. They gonna introduce her as a means to drop a little bit of, like, drama or whatever into the story. They gonna do her banner, and she's gone, bro. She's donezo after that, bro. Hi, I've been lurking. Gotta fly the flag to support our country. Yo, Kathy. So I have a friend that was actually telling me about some of that stuff that's going on over there, and it's politics and such, so I won't get into that, but hey, rep your country. Do you? Hell yeah. No wonder Frolova went insane. She got side bits 1 week after me. Bro, that's Rover. Rover's the final villain, bro. Rover be getting all these girls, bro. He be like telling them that he cares or whatever, and then just completely forgets, bro. Like, we're playing it off like Rover fucking forgot Frolova because he erased his memories. Nah, bro. The moment Rover walked out of that theater, he forgot who Frolova was. He said, who? Yo, that one chick you were at the concert, you said you were gonna, you know, slide by and, you know, see what she was up to. Who? Homie got like 47 girls on speed dial. He don't got time to remember one specific one. What are we talking about, bro? That shit makes no sense. For low, who? Exactly, bro. That was him, bro. Straight up. Nah, bro, you see, Rover had to do everything. He had to wipe his memories to save the world. What I gotta do with him forgetting Frolova? Homie walked out of that theater, hit up like Shorekeeper, ate her butt, and forgot Frolova even existed, bro. Frolova was over here in love after one day and shit. Y'all ain't never been in love? Y'all ain't never seen like a girl or a guy that you just look at them one time, they treat you good, you have that chemistry, and you're like, yo, you go back home, you talk to your friends, you're like, I think I'm in love. I think I've met the one. I think I met the one. This was love at first sight, bro. That's what happens with all these girls that be looking at Rover, bro. And then he forgets about him, and then you want to blame them for crashing out? Nah, bro. Homie out here crushing hearts and souls, bro. He's a heartbreaker. Alright, hold on. Let me get some... Ooh. Is that double heavy? Oh. You know what, bro? You know what every time I play this game mode, you know what I think, guys? Why don't they give us a fucking infinite tower mode that works just like this? Oh, it would be so good. Ooh, damage bonus. I don't even know what the hell Divine Realm is. I don't use that shit. I'm gonna take that, and that's it. Wait, I can buy this one. I'll take that. Sure. Endgame of WUWA is Rover having to defeat all the Sim stalkers of all the waifus. No, I think the endgame is gonna be Rover having to fight all the waifus, bro.
Stay behind.
Why is there a door behind a door? Oh, I thought I could go there. I thought it was a secret door or some shit. Yo, what's good, Mac? How you doing? D1 gaslighter, D1 fuckboy. Exactly, bro. He was his undead baby mama. Bro, Rover's a menace, dude. Straight up menace. Like, they be simping for him, too. It ain't even just like, oh, yeah, they're nice to him. Nah, bro. They be all, like, blushing, getting close to him, leaning on him, falling asleep on him. Cardiff out here like, I haven't had a nap. I've been struggling my whole life. Rover treats her nice. She falls asleep, blushes with him, everything, bro.
Conquest begins now.
And then he goes and talks to the next one, bro. A gacha game with an actual infinite tower mode will be peak. Bro, I've been advocating for infinite tower for so long because I just think it'd be so fun. Like, when I look at a game mode like this, it's just so fun, dude. And now adding an infinite tower where progressively, maybe right now these floors aren't hard for me, but eventually, if I'm on, like, floor 80, they could be extremely hard. That would be fun, dude. That would be fun. Finally being able to test your own characters and all that. Is locked. Shit, I'll take that. Why not? Write that in the feedback. I've probably said it a couple of times before. Same suggested the same thing. Imagine Infinite Tower where with all your collected buffs. Exactly. The more you go, the more buffs you collect and the harder the enemies get. Ooh, it would be so fun, bro. It would be so fun. Genshin doesn't have it, so WUWA will never do it. Trust CJ, Genshin, and WUWA come to an agreement to add the same shit on the same version. Shit, I forgot. I forgot how good Genshin's flying is. You know what? I also forgot how good their loadouts are, bro. Ooh, their artifact loadouts, bro. Absolute peak. Like, when I think about it, you're right, bro. There's no way that Kuro would add it since they add the same things as Genshin. Like, what was that a rage bait? That had to be you had to be trolling, bro. Ain't no way. I was like, wait, he dead. That's crazy. Been playing Diablo 4 and they got to the part where you keep going higher and higher. Yeah, something like that, bro. Like a tower mode, or I don't know, bro, like a dungeon type mode. I don't want that shit. Wait. Why is there a door here?
Stay behind me.
Oh. What is this? This is nice. Where's WUWA's co-op fags, bro? Hey, yo, Scar. Hey, chill, bro. I was just looking at you.
Loading.
Homie thinks he's fucking Gambit. Calm down. Yo, you know his whole kit would definitely get scrapped. He would fight completely different than what he fights here, bro.
As you wish. Let's do this another way. Burn to ashes.
Conquest begins now. Honor cannot.
Oh, I didn't do the first ulti. I forgot. Scuffed. Scuffed the rotation, chat.
Leave it to me.
Whatever, we'll do this.
Time.
Scar, but you think they would give us monster form Scar? I don't think they would give us monster form Scar, but I think it would be crazy. Also, what's the explanation behind monster form Scar? Like, what's up with that? Why homie out here turning into a whole monster, bro? I don't remember.
By my side.
I'm not one of those that keeps up with the lore and such. Was that 15 million? How much did I just hit? Did I just hit 15 million? Or was that 1.5 million? I didn't get to see. I think that was 1.5 million. What are my stats looking like? Not the greatest. Kind of low. That was insane. He just really... So he gets angry. Homie pops a blood clot. And then just instantly turns into a demon. That's crazy. Oh, that's good that they added that. That's so nice. That's so good. ZZZ has that infinite tower where after floor 50, no buffs, full raw fighting bosses from story infinite. That's really good. So goddamn glad we don't got the whole wait for this day for an echo. Oh yeah, I hate that from Genshin. Oh, I hated that from Genshin, chat. Having to wait to fucking get your artifacts. That's annoying. Why is Scar the only boss we don't got an echo? Because he's probably going to be a playable character at one point. There's no way he's not. Augusta and Scar hologram win. Bro, fighting Augusta in the... I want them to add a... Do they... No, every hologram is just a monster. I want them to add a hologram of like an actual character. Oh, no. Christophora is not a hologram. Not Christophora. What the fuck's his name? The fucking rock dude? He's just a normal boss. I want them to add a humanoid. Like an actual human as a boss, bro. That would be really dope. Would move a lot faster and such. Alright, we gotta do the usual echo grind, bro. Oh yeah, Fleur-de-Lis. You're right. I forgot Fleur-de-Lis. And Fleur-de-Lis is pretty cool when it comes to combat, bro. Like, I do enjoy Fleur-de-Lis' combat. They gotta add more. Bro, an Augusta boss fight would be actually insane. It won't happen, but it would actually go crazy. Just Augusta with all her moves going off. Woo! I'd love that. I remember that ever since Genshin, I would always complain about... This was since Genshin. I might even have a video on this, or at least a stream in my other channel, where I always said I hate the treasure system in Genshin / Withering Waves. I hate the fact that I explore this whole map, bro. I get all the chest, and then there is zero reason to explore. You know what I mean? Oh, I hate that, bro. Do I know what? Y'all give me some spoilers? Oh. I haven't done the story yet. But I didn't see what y'all said, so it's cool. I feel like I missed something important. I'm glad. If Augusta dies, we're gonna have a problem though, chat. I'm not lying to y'all. YOOOO can die. Augusta, not so much. Augusta's built different, bro. Alright. Let's see. But yeah, what I was saying is, bro, I wish that chest would respawn in the map, bro. Dude, I don't want to do the story today. I was gonna do the story, but like, I was feeling off today, bro. I was tired. I wasn't sure if I was even gonna stream, and I said, no, I have to stream. So I cannot do the story today. I want to be in like good vibes to do it. I'm stalling it too long. All right, look. I hope that I can do it tomorrow. They really should make it to where there are another selection of holograms that let us fight playable characters. That would be lit. Glad you streamed. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, like, I wasn't gonna stream, but I figured, you know what? Why not? And then I do want to react to, like, 2 videos that people told me are really good. One goes with something I was kind of saying recently about, Augusta and YOOOO, so I want to see what that's about. And then the other one is the Gacha Smack video y'all told me to watch. About people going mad at him in the comments or some shit. Why y'all spreading apart like that, though? Shit. Her combat's just insane, bro. I can't be drinking energy drinks no more, Callow. Too much partying in my time. Nowadays, I gotta take it slow, bro. Too much partying, brother. Stalling crazy. I just found out that Augusta doesn't use a 5-piece. I mean, you could run Augusta on a 5-piece Echo. But yeah, she generally doesn't do that. Gotcha Smack found out he was doing the rotation wrong earlier. What rotation? What are we talking about? Oh, Augusta's rotation earlier. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, bro. It's like I told you the other day, and I don't blame nobody for like doing their rotations the way they do them when a character hasn't even been out a week, right? It takes a while. You can understand the basic like gist of a rotation for a character, but learning like when to like slot in like an actual echo cast, or making sure that you're stacking up all your buffs and yada yada yada, and the most optimal use of the character's skills is something that takes a while, bro. Like, even the best players, even if you see them, like fucking Wallenstein, they drop a character like 2 days after the character drops, he's quick swapping with the character, doing some crazy shit, and I bet you if you asked him, he'll be like, yeah, I'm learning new techs with this old ass character 3 months down the line. Because like, it takes time to learn the characters. And also, it really depends. Like, I feel that a lot of people don't start with Augusta. Like, at least when I start, I like starting with my Augusta. If I was S0, I would start with Augusta on the field, swap onto Shorekeeper, yada yada yada, more defeat, and back to Augusta. That's what I would do. Which is kind of what I do in certain holograms. When I do my rotations, look. Oh wait, actually no, let me do this real quick. I just did this one. Yeah, let me do this one. And then I'll show you. We're really going to get Galbrina drip markets in the A. That's the word on the street that Galbrina's drip drops today at like 10 p.m. I won't be live. KSB, as famous your comments is shown in his vid. Yes, sir. We have a lot of OGs here, bro. We're really gonna get... Oh, yeah, I just read that. Augusta's like the first character that didn't even really read her kit and just let my hands guide me. That's how... Bro, not gonna lie. I read a character's kit because I'm, like, making videos and guides for a character that I really care about. But I don't really do that for a lot of other characters. I kind of just play them. And even then, I don't read the kits to learn the optimized rotations. I play and eventually learn because I see the results on screen. That's why a lot of people don't actually be playing, bro.
In war with time. Loading.
Feel my wrath. Let's do this another way.
Why the hell did that happen? Racist. If not today's for drip market, tomorrow for sure. Oh yeah, I seen that you commented on my my picture, Elmo. If it's not today, it is tomorrow, but we'll see. Hey, I hope it's tomorrow, so I'll stream late and that shit drops while I'm live. We'll react to it. I'm not gonna lie though. I think I've only ever done one reaction, maybe 2 reactions to like that initial drip market that they drop. Bro, that's just so stupid, bro. Like making an entire video out of like 10-second clip, it's so ass, bro. You just sit there having to make up shit and say random. Well, you see, oh, you could see you see that strand of hair moving to the left. That means she's going to be a fast character. Yo, you seen that eyeshadow? That means she's a sneaky character, bro. I think her design is really great. Look at that boot. Look at the way her shoelace is tied, bro. Oh my god, it's absolute peak, bro. People be acting like they actually, like CCs, they be acting like they actually give a shit about that type of stuff, bro. They don't. We doing it for content, let's be real. Like, we get hyped. We get hyped. Like, yo, that's dope. She looks so cool. Damn. Look at that, bro. She's badass. That's it. Anything over that is straight up video material, bro. Anything over that is straight up video material. I remember I made a reaction. I think it was to Zani, bro. That shit was like a 10-minute video reacting to the 15-second clip of Zani, bro. I was just yapping away because I didn't know what the hell to say, bro. Ooh, hold on. I got a little side quest over here. What do we got over here? Hello there. How are you today? Let me skip this. Oh yeah, it's cool. The video, exactly. You know what I mean? So like, we gotta add entertainment to it. We gotta make it fun. But in all reality, like, We ain't really like that. Need to get that mid-roll for real, for real. Yeah, bro. You know what's crazy, Callo? If you look at my old channel, I have videos with way more. Bro, I have Genshin Impact videos with like 100,000 views. I have other videos for other games with like 200,000-300,000 views. And they were short. They were like quick. They were quick, bro. I used to, back in the day, I would always pride myself like, I don't gotta make long-ass videos to explain something stupid. Something that I could explain in 3 minutes. I don't need to make no 8-minute video. And I would always talk shit about people that would like extend their videos just to get that mid-roll. And then one day, one of my boys that was a CC, this motherfucker showed me his ad revenue. And he was getting less views than me, but he was getting more money. And I was like, oh, hell nah. You got me fucked up. You're making double what I'm making. And your videos just be the same shit pretty much as me, but you just yap for 8 minutes. Yeah, we yapping for 8 minutes about some dumb shit now, bro. Like, on stream, I'll give you the breakdown quickly like that. But on videos? Hell nah, bro. Hell nah. We gotta make them shits long, bro. Not extra long, but at least so I can get that mid-row. Yo, what up, Jay? How you doing? Am I excited for the new season in StarCraft? When does the new season in StarCraft drop? I was talking with some of the homies. I might come back to play when they add the dungeons, which was always my plan. But I might start from 0 again. And see how they add the dungeons. If it's like an absolute endgame thing, then we'll see what happens. But I might try it out. When does it drop? Like literally today. Oh shit. When does the event goes live? Like the new seasonal event, because that's usually when they do like Twitch drops and all of that, and I might stream on Twitch again to piss off the developers. Fuck them hoes, bro. Dude's gonna post a 10-second video just saying, she cool. Yo, imagine that I just post a video. Yeah, she cool. Zanny Drip Market was sick as fuck, though. That reveal of her second form converted a lot of people. It really did. Some videos I extend my outro just to hit the... Bro, I've literally posted videos before that I'm like 6.5 minutes, and I just put some random-ass gameplay at the last minute and a half to get to 8 minutes. And back in the day, it used to be 10 minutes, so I hated that. Like, explaining a basic thing that you could explain super easily and making it out to be 10 minutes. I remember I used to cover this game called... I'm saying it like this is a very random game. I used to cover Red Dead Redemption, and there was this one YouTuber. He was super small, and this man got huge, bro. He would have a video like, I found this crazy bear in Red Dead Online. He would have like a 15-minute video, and like 12 minutes in, there'll be like a 10-second clip of him running into a bear in the woods, and then the rest of the video was just yap. And I was like, oh, nah, bro. Shit's crazy. Okay, so my normal, like, Augusta rotations just be like this. My son loved Red Dead. I was a huge fan of Red Dead Redemption. I loved Red Dead to this day. Right, so like right there, you see all the stacks are piled up on her. 175, 478. You have your crit rate, crit damage. You have your heavy attack at 95, and you have your electro at 142. So that's like my basic rotation because I'm S6R5, right? The fuck? I made some weird ass noise, bro. Blah. Have you done the... I have not done the question mark boss, bro. That's my whole mindset with character guys. Like, I don't need to yap. That's what I'm saying. I don't need to yap all that, bro. Like, when I do my pre-farm guides, I get a little bit yappy now because I know. And, like, before I was finishing my pre-farm guides and it was, like, 6-7 minutes. And I was like, bro, all I need is 1 more minute and it'll be, you know, mid-roll. So now I'm, like, making it a little bit longer. But it's still short. Do you enjoy her gameplay? Augusta, she's my favorite character to play in the game. And saying that is a lot because I was a gigantic Brant Glazer. 6 to 7 minutes. Yeah. Like 6 to 7 minutes when it comes to my pre-farm guides. So I started yapping a little more to just extend that extra minute. You feel me? Okay, so now if I'm doing just a normal rotation, this is usually how I do it.
Leave it to me. Astral modulation.
Hey, nah, Brandt is still the GOAT. Like, he's still him. He's still the GOAT.
Ashes. As you wish. I'm on my edge.
Fight by my side.
That's the rotation right there. Boom. Like, with an S0 Augusta, I do the same thing, and you could see the stats are the exact same. 175, 478, Heavy at 95, Electro at 142, and I got all the stacks if you look at the bottom. Right? So, like, S0 gameplay, S0R1 gameplay, I start with Augusta. And, I mean, it depends. Sometimes I do the same thing for some of these hologram runs. The stall maintenance is on the 3rd, so I would say the update. But I don't care too much about the update, lad. I care more about the event when they do drops. So I go live on Twitch, shit talking them devs, bro. Not sure when to drop dungeons and stuff, but new battle pass should be a bit. I thought they said that they were gonna drop the dungeons like literally right after this this season that just ended. I thought that's what they had said on the streets. So I feel that a lot of people, when it comes to like Augusta's kit, they don't realize, and this is what I was saying before, Augusta has ramp up fucking everywhere, dude.
I am here where my blades leads.
So right here, stacking up to 5 times, so you can stack this up to 5 times. You have this shit that stacks. This thing that stacks over here, right? And you can stack this 5 times as well. This doesn't account for dupes. I was about to say this, but that's just dupe stuff. So that's just that, right? And then you got to take into account your Shorekeeper buffs, your Mortify buffs, everything, all those buffs. Then Yuno's going to come out, and you're going to pair her with Yuno. You got to make sure you have 10 stacks of Blessing of the Wand Light before you do your big burst with Augusta. So, yeah, you gotta pay attention to a lot of those little nuances when it comes to her. Like, them little shits are annoying, but, you know. Carlos' simplicity is nice and all, but after playing Augusta, I can't help but imagine that Carlos with so many combos and enhanced shit. Carlo, I'm the same. Like, your love for Carlos at one point, I was there too, and then it evolved now. I'm a Brandt main, right? And as much as I love Brandt, that's probably the YouTuber that's glaced Brandt the most. Augusta just makes it so it's hard to play any other character, dude. It's hard to play any other character. It don't matter who I play. She just makes it not fun to play any other character, dude. It don't matter who it is, bro. It just... Nope, you ain't gonna do that. Or maybe he is gonna hit me with it. Because I'm not hitting him hard right now. Are we gonna play this stall? Well, we were talking about it the other day, like maybe a couple weeks ago, that we were just yapping away looking for a game with like Zeno and shit. Telling him how, because he likes those type of games, so I was we were telling him how it would be fun, and Crystal was telling the boys that maybe we should try it again, but we would start from 0 if we do go back in and play it. We need to check out where Wins meets. Looks so good. Free to play, no gacha, only skins and a battle pass. Comes out on November. Hey, yo, on all platforms where wins meet. What is that? That sounds like an interesting thing. It's a gacha game, or what is it? Oh, yeah, no gacha. No, it doesn't have a gacha. For real, Augusta's so fun. Like, I'm surprised she beat Car. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, Colin. This might be a hot take. I think Cardathia's gameplay is boring as shit, bro. Like, a lot of characters' gameplay revolve around the same thing, but Cardathia's gameplay, I actually think is boring. She looks amazing, and she's a powerhouse and everything, but like her gameplay in itself is just kind of boring, you know?
In war with time.
Like, you know, you pop this.
Thanks for watching. A perfect chord.
How did he hit me? I pop this. I go into her. Right? And then if you transform, and then she's just standing there the whole time. Like, you're just... There's no nothing to it, just... Like, that's it. You don't gotta look at nothing, you just... You know? I think she's amazing, and this is probably the hottest character in the game. Fleur-de-lis, straight up. Fleur-de-lis is hot, except for that freaking peacock tail that she got in the back. But... And then she got caked up and everything. God damn. Yeah, she's hot. I love her. But, ooh. Yeah, she's just boring. I got a break coming up and then instantly go home so I can play Destiny after I get home during the break. That's crazy, bro. I haven't been going hard on Destiny, bro. I'm waiting for, like, a good long-term game. I know that at the end of the day, most of these gachas I'm going to drop at some point. At some point, I'm going to drop them, bro. My mans just hate my girls. Never that, bro. Never that. Gasp. Not my Cardi. How dare you? Hey, bro. You would know. No. Look. I still glaze Cardathea for what Cardathea offers. Strength. Fleur-de-lis. The good looks. You know what I'm saying? She's hot. She got, like, some insane, like, out-of-this-world heavies that make no sense. She got cake. She looks good. She's strong as hell. But I ain't never said her gameplay was absolutely insanely fun. I always said she'd be, you know, chilling. Dune, we about to get the update soon. Yeah, we about to get the update on Dune. True. Duet Night Abyss might be the key for long-term grind. Bro, I gotta see how Duet Night Abyss really does it. Because, like, Warframe has been able to hold it down for so long, bro. Warframe has been able to hold it down for so long, but I don't know if we're gonna see the same thing. What did I just do? I just did some stuffed ass rotation, like if I had what's his face here, bro. Oh hell no! I just did some weird rotation, bro. Yeah, no, let me get out of here. I gotta see how Duet Night Abyss is gonna do it because. Considering that they're not going to do gacha, right? That they're not going to do gacha like that. I'm sure they're going to do, like, cosmetics and shit. But I really want to see how they do it. I would just play Warframe. See, the thing is, Warframe looks nothing like anime. So, that's like saying, right? You have Call of Duty Warzone and you have Fortnite. Two shooting battle royales, completely different graphics, completely different gameplay. Someone might like the realistic look of Call of Duty, while some others might like the animated look of Fortnite. It's the same thing with this. The same exact thing. Doing Night Abyss looks mad good if it's like anime Warframe with good co-op in that game. It could see it blowing up and becoming mainstream. It could. That's what I've been curious about. Like, Warframe works because it is a good game with fun and hype moments. Yeah, exactly. And they have a lot of content in Warframe, right? They have some really good bosses. They have the market, bro. The market in Warframe is freaking amazing, dude. I've always said the market in Warframe is freaking amazing. Yeah, I need these for YOOOO, right? I think I need these for YOOOO. I might be tripping, but I would just play Gunnar Warframe, being the first Ascendant. Yeah, but that, I mean, for example, you play the first Ascendant. You don't play it to play a game like Warframe. You play the first Ascendant because they have some, like, extremely, like, sexualized skins while also being a shooter. So it's like, you don't, like, it could compare to Warframe in certain aspects, but it doesn't compare in others. The same is going to happen with Duet Night Abyss, you know? What the fuck? No, I picked the wrong team. When Winsmead has been out a year in China, they can get 1,000 players. They can get 1,000 players in the map. Oh, I'm actually curious as to how that looks then. Oh, hell no. Yo, is my Lupus Concerto regeneration like just fucking ass or something? Like, what's going on? Warframe was fun. Yeah, Warframe used to be fun back in the day. I enjoyed it. Someone likes Fortnite, some like Warzone, some like CS. Exactly, like, the difference in style is huge. Woo. But I'm not playing just because it's anime, because I'm gonna be real, most gacha games have pretty mid-story. The thing is, I don't think that game's meant to be a gacha game. I think they're trying to go for the... Warframe vibe to it. Just like a live service type game, you feel me? I played Warframe for 4 to 5 years, and I'm not gonna lie, it was the most fun I had with friends on there. Yeah, I agree. It was pretty dope. Warframe legit has anything to do fishing, space battle, romance. They have romance in Warframe? What the fuck? I missed that update. They be getting freaky in Warframe, huh? First Descendant is really bad. Yeah, like, if y'all were to tell me, would you play First Descendant or Warframe? I would 100%. In terms of game quality, I would pick Warframe. But, like, when you look at the freaking skins in First Descendant, you'd be like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's where that game shines. Like, you don't, like, in all reality, you don't play that game for the combat. Because if you play that, it's like when a fucking Nikkei player tells me, yeah, I play Nikkei for the story. Sure, buddy. And then someone's always like, but it does have good story, bro. You don't play for the story, though. It's the same as First Ascendant. You don't play First Ascendant because of the gameplay, bro. You play because they have some, like, hypersexualized characters that look hot, bro. That's it. Been lacking that kind of gameplay in co-op that I hope WUWA would try and fill in, but I'm being honest, Wuthering Waves feels more... Wuthering Waves feels like a single-player story mode nowadays. Like, it was marketed as a combat-first game, and I'm not gonna lie, I have not felt combat in WUWA for so long, and I know a lot of people want to be like, well, actually, it's because you're S6R5. That has nothing to do with it. It just doesn't feel like it's combat-oriented, bro. Most of the events, like... Bro, every patch, like, every week, there should be a combat event. Every fucking week. And that's not a hot take. That's just the way it should be. It's a combat-heavy game, and we get, like, a combat event every month, maybe. And sometimes they be whack as hell, bro. Like, why are we getting so many, like, bro, so many mid-ass events, bro? That should not be the case. I was gonna go farm this thing, but I forgot I cannot farm it. Alright, let's see. What do we do, bro? What does one do? Let's do some reactions. Let's see. Tell him, CJ. Yeah, feel that. It's a story game with free story DLC. Exactly. That's how I treat WUWA right now. A story game, little exploration in the world. It looks pretty, anime waifus, and that's it, bro. Straight up. Because they don't be dropping shit when it comes to, like, combat where we can test out our things. Sometimes they be cooking with some events, like they did that one co-op event. Remember, I don't know what it was called, but the co-op event where they do that other event that you could select the modifiers. That's dope. I don't get why those are not permanent game modes. Those should be permanent game modes. Nah, bro, we ain't gonna do that. Nikkei says Newsfest gameplay like hold your finger to play. Exactly, bro. You play Nikkei because you like to see the characters as bouncing while you play. That's it.
Time for a little nap.
Prototype Trials. Yeah, Prototype Trials. There you go. Prototype Trials. That's a dope game mode. For the First Descendant beta, the gameplay was fun, but the game released and it was not fun. Like, I played the First Descendant. I was just not in the right mindset to play that game at the moment. But I'm not gonna lie, them characters look good as shit. So it has, you know, good gameplay. Like, alright, good gameplay. And then the characters looking the way they do, I would play it for sure. I don't got time to invest in a lot of these games nowadays. Like, if I'm gonna play a game, it has to be a game that I'm gonna cover on my channel. Otherwise, I don't think I can play it, bro. Like, right now, I'm playing Destiny Rising with a lot of the homies on the Discord. And I'm having fun. The game is good. The game is good. It has co-op. It has strikes, raids, PvP. Typical Destiny game as a gacha. So it's been good. But I don't see me investing into that game the same time as I invest into games I'm actually covering. What is this shit? Oh. Yeah, that's why I tweaked so hard at 2.5. They didn't even have a hologram. Like, what? Yeah, bro, 2.5 legit fell like a slog fest. Is this Javius from Gacha Death's community? Yo, what's good, Jose Cuervo? I agree. Like, we can enjoy more of the recent. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, they dropped that tower defense mode. It's good. Like, it's fun. I could see some people that like tower defense seeing that event and being like, yo, this is fun. But if you're telling me you're playing Withering Waves and you're just doing the tower defense mode like the homies on my Discord, is because there is nothing else to do in Withering Waves. Like, if you're playing the tower defense for hours and hours and hours on end in WUWA, is because we don't have actual, like, combat content. We don't have shit to test out our units and fight bosses and shit like that. So we do tower defense because why not? That's all there is to do. But in all reality, you didn't download WUWA to play a fucking tower defense game. Let's be real. Let's be real. It don't matter how good it is. It don't matter how much you like fucking tower. You didn't play WUWA for a tower defense game or these puzzle games. I don't mind that they're there. They're good. Once again, they're good. They add variety to the game. That's cool. But at the same time, we need more content that is actually around the focus of what WUWA is. Combat. I got my achievement for wave 30 and I'm done with it. Yeah, that's what I gotta do, bro. I'm gonna have my homies. I don't even know if I'm gonna make it to wave 30. I seen the homies on my Discord playing that shit and trying to get to wave 30. Nah, bro. I don't see me doing that. All right, let's see what videos y'all sent me to react to today. The Gacha Smack video, we can react to that first, I suppose. Or what is this one? We need to discuss Augusta's pointless gimmick. Oh, they're going to talk about her shield because her shield is dog shit. I'm going to watch this one first. I like this one. Who's Juice? Use. All right, that's actually interesting. Let's see. Bada beam. Bada boom. Let's go here. Let's go here. Glacio Ceiling Jet OP. What are you talking about? I like the TCG event more than... Yeah, the TCG event was not bad at all. Yeah. The TCG event was somewhat enjoyable. It was short, but it was somewhat enjoyable. All right, let's see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to talk about Augusta and a little bit about YOOOO on the side, but mainly Augusta. We're going to watch a video titled, We Need to Discuss Augusta's Pointless Gimmick. And I got to be honest, as a big-time glazer of Augusta, I'm talking about I could die by her thighs and do it happily, bro. As someone that has S6R5 Augusta and has claimed her as his wife, I got to say, there are some things about Augusta's kit that are pretty damn stupid, and they were just there for no reason. They put them there to specifically make her synergize with some things that in all reality make no sense. I think she's one of the characters in the game with an actual core gimmick to her kit that is just flat out stupid. So today we're going to watch this video. I've been speaking about this for a while, and I want to see if Juice, by the way, shout out to Juice, is talking about the same issue, and that is going to be her shield and shield stacking, or pretty much the little cloth that she calls a shield. Let's see.
Is there any point to Augusta's particular gimmick? Let's talk about it. My name is Juice, and let's get into it. Okay, so you may be wondering, what gimmick exactly am I referring to? I'm specifically referring to her ability to create shields.
What'd I say, bro? Like, bro, I'm telling you, there's gonna be someone in the comments. Well, actually, those are amazing. Those shields are so important to her kit. I think this is amazing, and it separates her from other characters in the game. How dare you talk about my mommy Augusta? There's gonna be some weirdo in the chat already, I can tell. But bro, anybody with like 2 brain cells can tell that that gimmick is absolutely stupid. Like, if it would have given her like a 25% health bar as a shield, shit, 20% health bar as a shield, it would have made sense. But the shield is so stupid. It's so dumb, bro. It's actually dumb. Brain dead of a shield in there.
And her kit that revolves around them. Quote unquote, revolves around them.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't really know if there's any point to this particular gimmick. It just kind of exists for the sake of existing.
There is absolutely 0 point for her shield gimmick outside of making an echo set for her and then, you know, pairing her up with her scissor buddy, with her lesbian lover, YOOOO, because in all honesty, there is 0 point to that shield. There is no reason for it to be there, and her kit would work absolutely exactly the same had that not been there. Matter of fact, they could make it so her echo set literally just stacks with like every time she hits every 0.5 seconds or I don't know, bro. So it just ticks. The same with her weapon, bro. The same with YOOOO. Like that thing is there for absolutely 0 reasons outside of specifically creating a restriction to the character and to her team. That's it.
And I find it strange, because here's the thing. I think that Augusta's gameplay in practice feels very, very unique. She doesn't feel like any other hyper carry that we've currently had in the game so far.
She feels absolutely amazing. Hands down, she has the best gameplay in the game. Easily, not even close. Not debatable either. If you think different, you're wrong. I'm just letting you know right now.
I feel like if you removed the shields aspect of her, that uniqueness would not suddenly disappear. Because you could argue they added that aspect of her so that she could be different from other hyper carries. However...
No, look, if they removed the shield things, you guys wouldn't even notice because in all reality, you already don't even notice that she has the shield on. Like, who's actually been playing Augusta and looked down at her health bar and be like, yo, I got a shield, bro? You don't even see it, bro. It's like a little speck right at the corner. Like a little tiny speck of yellow in your health bar. It wouldn't change absolutely anything if they took that off her kit. At all. It wouldn't change her whatsoever.
Those shields don't really have much bearing on her regular gameplay loop. They just kind of exist.
And also, the whole thing about adding that to make her, you know, more unique. How does that make her unique? I guess she has a stupid gimmick. That makes her unique. Most other characters don't really have stupid gimmicks. So she's unique in that regard. But it doesn't really make her unique. If anything, it just makes her restrictive. That's all.
Like, they're there. That's all there is to it. They just sort of exist for the sake of existing.
Yep.
And it's a little bit strange, because I do consider Augusta's kits to generally be very well designed.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion, we don't really have any other character that feels the same way as her in terms of gameplay. So the
Not even close. That's a fact.
shields thing just kind of exists because it does. Her shield which she generates can't be passed on to anyone, and it quickly refreshes for her every 0.5 seconds whenever you deal damage. But what's the point of it? It's just sort of there. The thing is, I don't even consider this to be an outstanding flaw of her kit or anything. It's just a complete nothing burger.
Yeah, it's literally nothing. It's not a flaw in her kit. It's just like there. It's literally just there. Like they threw it on there just for the hell of it. It's not a flaw that she has it. It makes her restrictive, but it's like, why is it there? What positive purpose does it serve, right? Like when you look at everybody's abilities in the game, you ask yourself, what purpose does this serve? Augusta, when you look at her shield and you ask yourself, what purpose does this serve within her kit? Nothing. Every purpose that it serves, it's pretty much outside of her kit. Triggering the echo set, tying in with YOOOO, just random little restrictions that are added there for like no reason at all.
Because it doesn't diminish the quality of her kit whatsoever, because her gameplay still feels absolutely excellent. Anybody that's played Augusta can attest to the fact that her gameplay was fantastically well made. They didn't really have to do this. The shields feel awkward because it doesn't really feel like her kit revolves around them, so to speak.
Yep.
Her kit revolves around her ults gimmick. You have to hold down her ults in order to cast them, and she has 2 different ults. That alone was enough of a gimmick. Her I-1 was wasted on the shielding stuff, but they easily could have done something regarding her 2 ults instead. There wasn't really a reason to go for shields in particular.
Yeah.
And yes, she does have gear that wants for shields, but they easily could have changed that to be like, if this character has 2 ults, or if this character uses 2 ults. Obviously, it would be better if it was generalist, but we know that Kuro was trying to design a weapon that was good for Augusta specifically, and design a 3-piece that was good for her specifically.
Yep. What I said earlier, bro, it's literally that. It's just a restriction, and then they decided to, like, okay, they created the echo set, they created, you know, the weapon, they created all of that, and they were like, okay, how do we tie it all together? Because the character flows perfectly. We can't just make a generalist buffer in YOOOO, right? It would power creep the game, according to some of y'all weirdos out there. We can't make an echo set that gives this many buffs for no reason, so let's actually add a random restriction in there, right? Which is the shielding mechanic. Once again, just a little sprinkle of nothing to her kit.
So there were other ways that they could go about it. The argument could be made that perhaps her shielding mechanics are going to be a little bit more relevant later on, but I find that to be a little bit cope, because the only other thing that could really change in regards to this is a YOOOO's release. She'll be coming out in a couple of weeks from now, and you can already read her kit in-game through the Crossing Stars menu. And her Forte circuit is going to be able to amplify Augusta's damage through her shielding capabilities. However, once again, this also could have been changed to be about 2 ults. This is a very specific ability that obviously caters to Augusta, and changing it to your 2 ults would have made a bit more sense. Like I said, this is really not that big of a deal, and I don't think that this makes Augusta some terrible kit design or something, no.
You know what's crazy though, and I'm gonna just put this out there myself. You'll have a creator dropping a video like this, just a discussion video talking about what they think about a unit. She's being respectful. She's not out here saying, yo, Kuro sucks. These devs suck. This character is trash. She's just having a normal conversation, you know, breaking down her opinions regarding a very obvious mechanic that's in the game and what she thinks about it. You will have the people that are gonna get pissed because she's bringing it up. The same people that get pissed when creators bring up things that make no sense or how they can improve certain things are the same people that get mad when Kuro doesn't do certain things that they want done. Nobody ever speaks up. Yeah, nobody complains about these things. And then when they complain, they get attacked, bro. Y'all people weird, bro.
Not at all. Her kit design is absolutely fantastic. It's more so just something that I find intriguing, and I wanted to point it out. Because yes, it is technically a new style of mechanic, and I also just genuinely could have not seen this coming, but it's not that I couldn't have seen this coming because it's some incredibly creative idea, it's that I couldn't have seen this coming because it's so random.
When we think about mechanics to improve our characters in the game, right? We think about many different things. Nobody thought, yo, let's make it so a DPS can give themselves a non-existent shield just so they can trigger the ability of another character. Just so they can trigger this very specific echo set. Just so they can trigger their abilities or their weapons. Like, nobody really thought about that. We thought about shield stacking units or characters that can give shields, something like Brand, right? Since way back in the day. Since characters like Taochi that or Yuan Wu that were like defensive based. We thought about, you know, shields that could stack with defense or damage dealing units that could stack with defense somehow. But not like this. This is so random and so unnecessary that nobody really thought about this particular mechanic.
It just came out of nowhere, and it's sort of just tacked onto your kit, and it works perfectly fine. It gets the job done, and it gets her gear working. However, there's definitely other ways they could have went about it. They definitely did just do this to make them have a shield synergy, but it just feels a bit odd. But then we asked the question, is this really harmful to the character's kit design whatsoever? Is it gonna be bad if they continue to do this in the future? I mean, not particularly. This isn't really that bad.
So I think that if we look at Augusta as a singular character, right? If we look at Augusta as a singular character, I don't think the shield mechanic on Augusta is that bad, right? We already have very specific echo sets that are pretty much only used by some units. Once again, I'm gonna bring up Brand because he's the GOAT. He has his echo set that is pretty much only really used by him. So having an echo set and a weapon that tailors to Augusta's kit by, you know, the matter of shields and such, I don't think that's a problem when it comes to the singular unit Augusta. But when we look at the fact that Augusta's shield triggering mechanic directly and perfectly ties to YOOOO's kit and YOOOO's ability to give that damage amplification buff, I think that is a little bit of a problem. Now, we have seen this type of unnecessary stupid restrictions before with Zani and Peebee. How Zani, you know, depends or wants Spectral Frazzle, yet she can't apply it herself. Once again, another scuffed mechanic. So it's not like Augusta YOOOOO is the first iteration of this like codependent freaking units. But I feel that at least with Zani, there was other ways to go about it because Spectral Frazzle, ideally and in the long run, will be more, you know, a broad thing. Whereas I feel like getting mainline DPSs that are going to be shielding themselves, you know, dropping a shield every 0.5 seconds is such a like niche gimmicky mechanic that I feel that it's too close in. So when you look at it from the perspective of Augusta YOOOOO, I do think it's a little bit of a problem. It's a little bit bad. And if we continue to see characters where they drop one unit that has a specific functionality on their kit that triggers another character's ability and nobody else can activate it, it's kind of a problem, right? I think that's particularly a problem. And I'm going on a rant right now, but I just want to bring this up. Think about how Lupa and Brand function together, right? Now imagine if Lupa's buffs would have been only to characters that are up in the air doing spin attacks, right? It makes no sense, right? I think it's becoming, or at least this particular iteration of these two characters is a little bit too restrictive. And even though in the future we might see other characters that can trigger shields just like Augusta, for now, I don't see it happening. It could be Galbrina, the very next characters, but who knows?
Just like I said, it's not really a negative, it's just a nothing burger. It's more so I'm confused why they didn't go for the other direction, which in my opinion was far more obvious regarding two ultimates. And designing an I-1 around that, because designing an I-1 around the shield and having that be her main gimmick is just a little confusing. Well, not her main gimmick, I should say. Her gameplay does not really get influenced by the shields whatsoever, but that's exactly what I'm pointing out here. There's no relationship between this and her gameplay.
Exactly.
I do think you could make the argument that perhaps it's not the best thing ever because they're obviously doing this so that they can lock specific gear and specific characters to being good for other specific units, but I don't really think it's terrible in this case because Yuno's mostly made to be a heavy attack buffer. You can see that in her outro skill, she provides heavy attack damage amplification. And quite a lot of it too, 50%, that is nothing to scoff at. We have multiple characters in the game as of now that are able to utilize heavy attacks. Gion, Phoebe, free to play Zani if you're not playing Phoebe with her, and you can also likely slot a Yuno there. There's going to be a couple of places in which you can use her outside of Augusta teams. So it's not like this particular mechanic made Yuno as a character completely useless outside of Augusta.
Yeah, that's another thing that I wanted to say the other day, bro. Like, Yuno, I've made a couple of videos talking about the restrictiveness of Yuno's kit. And I've tried to get through a lot of people, right? And in those same videos, I've talked about how Yuno is still going to be a good character. She still holds value, whether you're trying to run her as a heavy attack buffer, or you're trying to run her as a sub DPS, or you just want to suck her toes. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, she is still going to be a good character, but she's a little bit restrictive in that regard. At least I think so, right? I think that the whole shielding aspect of things is a lot more restrictive than, for example, Spectral Frazzle Reliance, right? At least that's my thought on that.
The teams, it's more so that they slapped this super random quality onto Augusta just for the sake of. Well, not the sake of. It was obviously for the sake of her signature weapon and her 3-piece set. In the case of the 3-piece set, I'm not sure if this is a hot take or not. I don't necessarily mind. The set doesn't cost any wave plates to farm. You just go to the nightmare nests, you knock out all of the enemies, and then you've got yourself plenty of new 3 costs, 1 cost, and whatnot. So even though the gear itself is a bit more restrictive, it doesn't cost you any wave plates. And if the gear is useless to you, well then you can go ahead, farm up some echoes that don't cost you anything, and then just save them for the future so that you can recycle them into something more useful. So it's not even that terrible of a system. If going forward this is how echoes are going to be handled, I don't actually have that much of a problem with that. It does make one thing in particular harder. If you're somebody that saves up a ton of yellow boxes...
Hold on, I'm just going to say this. If they're going to continue going down the route of adding every new character and giving every new character a nightmare... I forgot what that's called. The little nightmare fields. If they're going to continue to do that, right? Where they add these characters and they give them a nightmare field where you go and farm their 3-piece... What's the point of running tacit fields? Obviously, we have the materials, right? But we're not going to be using the echoes from there anymore because we can just farm them in the open world because none of the tacit fields have nightmare pieces. So at this point, remove the freaking echoes for the most part or give us a specific stage to farm echo materials because we don't need those other pieces all too much. You know what I mean? Like if you need a 2-piece echo set, you just go and farm those 2-piece echo pieces in the open world. You don't really go and run tacit fields. And I feel that a tacit field could be good for people joining in and getting the older characters, but also you can give us a specific game mode where we get the level up materials and not any echoes. That way we can get more echo materials, and then someone that's new, and let's say they pull Shorekeeper, they can go and farm the old tacit fields, get some echoes, and get some echo level up materials. But if every character is going to have a nightmare field, We ain't running tacit fields, and we're doing it just because it gives us a little bit of reward. And on top of that, the little box from the bootleg elusive realm also loses its purpose, because now we can't even pre-farm those boxes to get the echoes for the new characters, only the old characters. So you know what I mean? That's just a little bit of a take in there added into the video.
For one character's release whenever they get a new tacit field, or you just save up a lot of wave plates in general so that you can knock out a ton of runs in one go. You're not able to do that, and that is a bit of a limitation of this, because there are plenty of people who do that. But for just regular day-to-day gameplay, it's honestly fine. It's very rare that you finish a good echo build in one day. So no, I don't think the addition of this random gimmick, and perhaps random gimmicks being added to characters in the future, is really going to negatively affect echo farming. However, in terms of signature weapons, that's more so where the issue is, because, you know, it's a 5-star signature weapon. Ideally, you would like them to work on as many characters as possible, and we do have multiple 5-star weapons that are able to do that.
Yeah, but let's be honest, bro. For a very long time now, Kuro has gone down the line of making a lot of the weapons be hyper-specific to these characters, right? We had the OG weapons like Jian, you know, Yinlian, Jinshi, Shangli, and a lot of those weapons hold a lot of value to this day. A lot of those weapons are still very, very good weapons. Like a year plus after their release, they're still very good weapons. And then you look at a character that is one of the strongest, if not the strongest in the game, like Cardathea, and you look at her weapon, hyper-specific to her. You look at Augusta's weapon, kind of hyper-specific to her. You look at a lot of these other characters' weapons, and they're becoming more hyper-specific as time goes on, right?
However, Augusta's weapon, while it does provide some good stat sticks for other characters, the passive...
Now, I'm gonna be honest, Augusta's weapon, when it comes to being a stat stick, is kind of scuffed, bro. Like, that shit got some low-ass crit rate, and yeah, it does have attack, but what's the point of having high attack if you're missing your crits? You know what I mean? I like my crit and my crit damage to be high, and it is a good weapon, but for general use, like if we're talking about general use, I would much rather use Jian's weapon on multiple heavy attacking broadsword characters as opposed to using Augusta's. But that's just my personal preference. What do I know, right?
isn't really the most flexible thing in the universe. However, she's easily able to use Verdant Summit, which is only 10% worse or so.
Yeah.
So that's honestly pretty good. But
Yeah, that was pretty good. The fact that, ooh, that's a beautiful stop, bro. Look at that. Yeah, the fact that she could use Jian's weapon and yield such amazing results is pretty damn good.
just because Augusta herself has a good secondary option doesn't necessarily negate the issue here. However, this isn't exactly anything that we're not used to. This is Wuthering Waves. Characters always get really hyper-specific signature weapons. It wasn't always like this, but the longer that the game has went on, the more specific the signatures have gotten.
Exactly.
And they always are much better than other options for their respective character. That's just how it's always been.
Yep.
So then we're left in this strange position where Augusta's shielding gimmick, quite literally, has almost no bearing on anything. It literally almost has no bearing on anything.
It doesn't, bro. Once again, it's just there for restrictions. Like, if anybody can point out a positive from that gimmick, I'd be willing to listen. Matter of fact, if you're out here, you know, simping for Augusta, you want to defend the shielding mechanic outside of it being restrictive, go ahead and let me know in the comments, because I want to hear what y'all got to say. I know there's going to be somebody out there getting their panties in a bunch because of this video, so let me know what you think this does. And I don't want to hear the basic thing, well, it makes her unique and different from other characters. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. Like, I want to hear why you think that the shielding mechanic is effectively a positive and intricate part of her kit that actually benefits her as a character.
And for that reason, I actually do still think there is one negative about it, and that's that we could have gotten a different inherent skill over the shielding one. That's pretty much it. It's a wasted inherent skill.
Yeah.
We could have easily gotten something that would have given her some more interruption resistance or energy or something small. You know, I wouldn't have to have them give us a bunch of free crit damage or something. That's
The fact that people out there think that the developers are effectively going to treat Electro nicely with inherent skills. Do y'all know what Calcharo's second inherent skill is? That is blasphemous. That inherent skill is just atrocious, bro. Like, they just don't want Electro characters out here being successful, bro. Like, it's actually insane what Calcharo's second inherent skill is, bro. Like, it makes no sense, bro.
Fine, but they could have given us something a little bit more useful on top of the shielding, because the issue is that shields are pretty useless in Wuthering Waves.
Yeah.
They can actually be nice in holograms, but not if they're super small shields that only work on one character, and they're not really a part of their regular baked-in gameplay. And
Yeah, like, that's the thing. Shields are already not that useful, right? But let's say there are some shields out there that are not bad at all. That's good, okay? We have some shields that, let's say, offer a little bit. But Augusta's particular shield doesn't. Bro, you go get slapped by, like, a level 60 enemy with your level 90 S6R5, Jesus Christ, Augusta, your shield is gone. You're literally walking and a leaf hits your ankle while you're running around with your max duped OP 300,000 damage on basic attack Augusta. Her shield's gone. Bro, she trips on a pebble, her shield's gone. So if she had a shield that at least allowed her to survive a couple of basic attacks from some enemies, then it would be okay, at least some functionality to it, but it just doesn't have any functionality whatsoever.
example of a character who has shields who I actually consider to have good shields would be Brant Wuthering Waves, because if you're using him against holograms, he's really nice, because he
Did she just talk about the greatest character of all time? Hold on.
be Brant Wuthering Waves.
We gotta watch that again, bro. Hold on.
Small shields that only work on one character, and they're not really a part of their regular baked-in gameplay. An example of a character who has shields who I actually consider to have good shields would be Brant Wuthering Waves.
Yes.
Because if
Brant has massive, thick, veiny, throbbing shields that actually support the team pretty damn well. He buffs the entire team, bro. The entire freaking team, right? You could go from Brant and be shield and hop into, like, intro and or outro into your next character. They also got a shield. You know what I'm saying? They just chilling, and the shield is actually juicy, bro. Like, what are we talking about? That's... Shout out to Juice for pointing that out, bro.
If you're using him against holograms, he's really nice, because he passively heals your team throughout the rotation, so if you get hit once or twice by a hologram, well then you can recover throughout the rotation and take another hit. Thus meaning that he's a character that allows you to have more room for error.
Yes.
And his big shields only contribute to that, because while they don't provide any interruption resistance, they do still, once again, allow you to make mistakes. But that's not really the same case with Augusta. The thing with Brant is that he was designed with the intention of being able to heal, shield, do damage, just generally be a jack-of-all-trades type
He can do everything, bro. Everything.
character, whereas Augusta was designed to be a hypercarry, so the shielding thing does just kind of feel like an afterthought.
Yeah, and like, you know, I don't want people out here thinking, yo, Augusta's already one of the top DPSs in the game. Because listen, chat, I know there's somebody that's going to comment this. Matter of fact, I know that somebody's gonna comment this and will react to that comment on the next stream, bro. I know that someone's gonna comment, hold on, Augusta's already one of the top, strongest DPSs in the game, right? She has insane damage. Now you're saying that you also want her to have a very big shield like Brant? No, motherfucker. We ain't saying we want a shield like Brant or the ability to give shields to others' teammates while also being arguably one of the strongest DPSs in the game. We're just saying that if they're gonna give her a goddamn shield mechanic, at least make it somewhat useful, so where you look at it, it's like, oh, that's there because it makes sense. Oh, I just took like a one basic attack from like this enemy. Oh, I took a basic from a hologram or something. You know, that's all we're saying, bro. Give it some utility, even if it's very little, because right now it's once again restrictive and specific to all the other things in her kit.
And it's fine. Like I said, I don't really think this really docks a ton of points from the character and how well made her kit is. It's more just something that I've noticed that's kind of like, huh, why is this here? It's strange, but it's not like a big deal breaker or anything like that. And it is something worth talking about at least, because it is likely that if they're doing it now, they're going to do it in the future. If not with shields, then they're probably going to do it with something else so that future characters can have specific gear that caters to their specific playstyle or kit or whatever it may be. I think if it just remains mild like this and it barely has any bearing on gameplay, it's a bit unfortunate because it's a waste of a good inherent skill. However, it doesn't really bother me as much as it just bewilders me because they very much could have went for many other angles, I would think. Or at least balance her gear around having 2 alts. Either way, it's fine. Her gear does the job, and her playstyle is very smooth. I don't necessarily think they have to change anything with Augusta in particular. It's just something to point out and take note of, because It's just odd that it exists.
Yeah.
And she does indeed benefit extra from compared to other heavy attackers. But considering how good
She benefits a lot more from than anybody else in the game.
Mortefi is for her, I don't really think that's that much of a problem.
Yeah.
We'll see where it goes from here. I think it's completely fine as of now, but it's still good to at least point out how random this is.
Yeah.
Augusta just has the benefit of being very well designed gameplay-wise. If anything, all this really served to do is just point out to people how nothing burger shields really are most of the time, and if you're really good at the game, then they're especially nothing burger. But hey.
Hey, yo, she just said just dodge. Get good, bro. You don't need no shield. Shit, you don't need no healing, bro. Just dodge. Dungeon mains, rise up.
Hey, what do you think about all of this? Is this a strange addition to Augusta's kit in your opinion? Or do you actually like the fact that it's here, and why? Let me
Yo, shout out to Juice. Great video. Good conversational topic. And it's good to bring things up like this. I feel that if you're a bot out there in the world and you're just cruising by, letting whatever the world does be thrown at you, and you never question anything, you never ask, why is that there? You don't necessarily have to be shit-talking. I don't think Juice was shit-talking whatsoever. I think it was a very good conversational topic on something very relevant to the game. But that's going to be it for me, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe. Appreciate y'all for watching. Go check out Juice and her videos, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. All right. Video's done. We got one more video. Hey, yo, I got a raid, bro? What the fuck? Hey, yo, I was reacting. My fault, bro. My fault. Shout out to Eggwan for the raid. Much love, bro. Shit, I missed a raid, chat. I be getting into my yaps, bro. Now I feel bad. Yo, appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for the raid. Much love. Hold on, let me follow you real quick. Let me follow. Bam. Follow. There we go. Appreciate you. Yo, what y'all think about that, bro? Y'all agree with what the whole topic of that was? Because I'm not gonna lie, bro. I feel that when I do reaction content, I don't really be interacting with the chat as much because personally, I know it makes for more content. Like if I'm making a reaction and someone just ups and says in the chat, yo, you're stupid, bro. Like this take makes no sense. And then I just go and cook them for 10 minutes. That would be like a good addition to the clip. But the reason I don't like, and listen, guys, sometimes I do look at my chat. But the reason I don't like interacting with the chat as much when I'm doing reactions is because I don't want my opinion or my message to be skewed by something someone else in the chat. I don't want people to like say something in the chat and then I just agree with them and then people think, oh, he's just agreeing with them, but that wasn't even his original thoughts. I want my thoughts to be just pure, raw, uncut, no lube, all up in the screen. You know what I'm saying? That's how I want my stuff, bro. You stream on Twitch, not sure if it's cool for the viewers. Hey, but still appreciate you, man. Thank you. W from Juice as always. Yeah, that was a good video. Augusta, yeah, Augusta is a much better character than 100%. Augusta's a character that can, even though she has that stupid shield mechanic, her shield mechanic doesn't restrict her whatsoever. She has the shield. She generates the shield. She activates her echo set. She activates every part of her set with her shield. Whereas specifically wants other units to be popping shield. And like, guys, let's be honest. Do y'all really see Kuro releasing multiple DPSs within the next couple of months that all give themselves shield? Sure, they might do one, shit, maybe two, but do y'all really see them releasing multiple DPSs that are going to be giving themselves 10 stacks of shield in their kit? You know what I mean? What do I mean by veiny shield? A veiny, throbbing, thick, girthy shield. I think I'm being very specific with the type of shield that I would like on shielding character. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not leaving a lot of room for error and shit, you know? All right, let's see. We got another video that we got to talk about, man. I agree, but to me, it's a PvE. As long as I can clear with non-meta and use characters I'm happy, I'm simple, man. No, I get that, but like what we gotta realize is that like later down the line, there is going to be content that is more intricate. They don't necessarily gotta power creep. Like, they don't necessarily have to drop a game mode that just has so much health, right, that you can't beat it, but they can drop content that caters to specific characters, right? So they can drop content that, like, You're going to want to have, I don't know, spectral frazzle units to beat it, and then you're like, fuck, I gotta pull the spectral frazzle units. And that wouldn't be power creep, but it would be more catered to something. They could do more game modes along the lines of that, you know, or a game mode where characters are 30% weaker to liberation damage and stronger against like skill or any other types of damage, so you're gonna want to have a liberation buffer. So it's good to see where they're going and all that good stuff, bro. Maybe cool with Taochi, but I did not use her rotation. After playing for 1 year, you will fall and become a meta slave? Ain't no way, bro. Mad respect for the hat. Hey, bro, Naruto's a GOAT. Look, I got a bunch of Naruto figures in the background. Oh, you can't see shit. I got all the Hokages up there, a random Musan, but yeah, all the Hokages, and then all of those figures are Naruto figures, bro. Yeah, all of those figures are Naruto figures. All right. We got another video. We got to react to a Gacha Smash video of him reacting to himself. All right, let's see. Let me just double check. Shum. All right, let's go here. Let's go here. Ladies and gentlemen, it would seem that the Wuthering Waves community, or at least some people from the Wuthering Waves community, are mad at Gacha Smack. And I'm gonna be honest, Gacha Smack is just another one of those CCs that kind of just puts his takes out there, and he's never doing it in a malicious way, more so just a conversational type of, you know, scenario, right? He might cook, you know, a dumbass or two, because some people need to be cooked. Like they were born to be cooked because they just have some brain dead takes. But outside of that, why y'all gotta be weird? I don't even know what the video's about, but I can guarantee he said something about his opinion or something, and some weirdos out there started getting pissed. So let's go ahead and see why people are mad at Gacha Smack today.
Okay, so I knew this was going to happen. Basically, long story short, a bunch of free-to-play mint pickers are narcissists.
Free-to-play mint pickers, bro. You know people gonna be mad, bro. I can't see the dislikes on the video, but I know he definitely got a couple hundred, bro. You know them free-to-plays. What you mean I'm a mint picker, bro? I grind for my shit, bro. I deserve this. I'm the GOAT, bro. You know some free-to-plays out there feel so entitled to wear that free-to-play badge like it was the greatest achievement, when in reality, don't lie to yourself. You'd be spending money if you could. Don't be lying. You would do it. Let's see what else he got to say.
Basically only taking their own circumstance into consideration instead of looking at this from an objective standpoint and a business standpoint as a whole, as well as when you offer a premium product, it should come with a premium value. Otherwise, people are just going to stop pulling on the weapons.
Oh, it's about Augusta's weapon, isn't it? Yeah. So I remember you guys were talking to me about this other video that he dropped, talking about Augusta's weapon, right? And I remember that I dropped a video about 8 days or 9 days ago at this point, where I literally told you guys, yo, we've had people in the test server testing things out. You don't really need Augusta's weapon. Now, obviously, if you don't have Gion's weapon, yes, you want to pull Augusta's weapon, but her comparison damage-wise to Gion's weapon was like very, very similar. Like Gion's weapon is like maybe 5 to 10% weaker than Augusta. So if you already had it and you were tight on gems, I specifically advise some of y'all to not pull her weapon. So I remember you guys were telling me about this video. So I'm guessing people didn't like that he said that y'all shouldn't pull for her weapon, or I don't really know what he said, but hey, let's see.
Now that said, there's a lot of disagreement in this comment section. I'm not going to go over every single comment. We're going to go ahead and like read them out, and then I'm going to explain to all these dipshits why they're wrong and I'm right. So let's go ahead and go down here and find a couple. Here goes one 1 minute ago. I swear Gacha Smack must
1 minute ago, bro.
be bipolar in this video. He complains that the weapon costs more than a video game, and then he complains that it is not pay to win enough.
Well, I mean, that's retarded as hell. If a weapon costs more than a video game, it should be pretty damn strong, don't y'all think? Now, once again, I'm not shitting on Augusta's weapon. I think her weapon is fine. I think the fact that, you know, she's up there with Gion's weapon is also really good, because they are two premium weapons at the end of the day. But this comment makes no sense. If something costs as much as a video game, you expect to get that value out of it, right? It better be pretty damn good. So that's kind of like, that kind of counters itself.
How is it a problem? First of all, this makes zero sense
Yeah, that shit makes no sense.
because you just made yourself look retarded. You said
Bro, I swear to God, bro, this man be cooking people just like me, bro. Some people be stupid as hell in these comments, bro. I swear to God. Like, let me just show y'all. Let me just show y'all real quick. We're going off topic, but let me just show y'all. So, I dropped this video, right, where I talk about, watch this before pulling YOOOO, where I talk about YOOOO and a lot of different things, right? So, like, I'm breaking down YOOOO, I'm breaking down several other units, yada, yada, yada. Why some motherfucker gotta go drop a comment like this on my video, bro? Why some dude gotta go out there and put some freaking gigantic freaking calculations on my video that all literally make no sense to what I'm talking about in the video, bro? Why are people... This man spent like an hour writing a comment on a random YouTuber's video. Like, this man said, I'm cooking, bro. Yeah, I'm the best, bro. I'm gonna go in here. He's gonna read every single one of these comments, every single one of these lines. My guy, I read like the first 3 words. You're cooked. Why do people always gotta do that, bro? Like, there always gotta be some dumbasses in these comment sections, bro.
I'm complaining that the weapon costs more than a whole video game. Yeah, true, I am. And I'm complaining that it's not pay to win enough. Duh. If it's gonna cost more than a whole video game, it better be quite pay to win, little bro. And
Okay, I'm not gonna lie though. I get where he's coming from, but the fact that he's specifically saying it better be really pay to win, you know, that alone is gonna be triggering people. I know he don't care. I don't care when we trigger people either. But I know that alone is gonna trigger some people. Like if he would have said it better be really strong or something, but the fact that he said it better be very pay to win or something, yeah, people not gonna like that.
I'll explain to you why that's completely fine.
Okay.
Anyways, how is it a problem that Gion's weapon is just as good option and the new set is only slightly upgrade over the 1.0 set? Does he want rampant power creep and WUWA similar to blank? So I'm not going to address every single comment. I just want to read over.
How is it a problem that Gion's weapon is just as good option and the new set is only slightly upgraded over the 1.0 set? So I don't think that's particularly a problem because once again, you're comparing her premium weapon to another premium weapon and it's still 10% better. Now, I would understand if like Augusta's weapon was only 10% better than like the standard banner broadsword. Then that would be a problem, right? Then it would be like, yo, you just made a whole weapon that's like barely better than the standard banner that was out freaking a year ago. But if we're comparing 2 limited banner weapons, I understand that, right? I understand that.
From just to provide you guys the proof of just how many dumb fucks are in the comment section. And then we'll get into like my whole entire thought process and why I'm literally objectively correct about this. How is it a problem that Gion's weapon is just as good option? First of all, what is the purpose of a signature weapon that costs $100 if it's just going to be similar in value to another signature weapon that, by the way, is more universal and it does the same damage?
Okay, so there's 2 things in there. Gion's weapon is very universal. Once again, like we talked about earlier in the other video, the reality of it is that the first ever weapons they released into the game, even to this day, hold a lot of value. Like, let's be real to ourselves. Gion's weapon, amazing for many characters, right? Yinlin's weapon. Yinlin's weapon is usually the second best option to almost every rectifier character. That weapon's just an absolute freaking amazing weapon, right? The same can be said about like Jin Shi's and Shang Li's weapon, right? So in that regard, yes, let's be real. Most other weapons nowadays are very restrictive, and Augusta's weapon is right up there, just as restrictive as some of the other weapons. So that is true. I do get where he's coming from with that, but this part,
that, by the way, is more universal and it does the same damage.
I'm not going to say that Gion's weapon and Augusta's weapon do the same damage. After doing a lot of testing on the test server and all that good stuff, you can clearly see the difference between Gion and Augusta's weapons if you're paying attention to the numbers. But not enough to where like it actually matters. You're still dealing amazing damage with Gion's weapon, but the reality of it is that it doesn't deal the same damage. Augusta's weapon still deals more damage on Augusta than Gion's weapon, like a signature weapon should, even if it's little.
you might as well turn this signature weapon into a skin that costs $10 because that's now the value of the weapon. However, as we know in the gacha game, it's not $10, it's $100. And there's a
Ooh, that's a hot take right there, but
lot of people out there who are questioning why it's $100. It's that simple. Now, the new set is only slightly upgrade over the 1.0 set. So pray tell, if I've already got a perfectly good operating set that is getting the exact same clear time, or maybe a second or two slower, somewhere in the same ballpark, maybe a second or two faster, why on God's green earth would you put another set in the game that's going to do the same shit? What is the purpose of this?
So on this ballpark, I can't really comment. I don't like really throwing out information that I myself have not tested, and I haven't tested the brand new 3-piece set versus the 5-piece set, you know, Electro. I haven't tested that, so I don't know if the damage is that minuscule where it's barely noticeable. I don't know that. I do know that this particular set is very unique and catered to Augusta's whole playstyle, so I just went with that. But it's interesting to hear that it barely has a difference, at least from what he's saying and I'm understanding, right?
There is no meaningful reason for that new set to be in the game when you can just keep the old set. Even as a newer player, you can just farm the old set. There is no legitimate reason. It's just slop content at that point. It's a waste of fucking space is what it is. So with that said, clown number one out of the way, let's continue. I'm not going to do the rebuttal to every single comment. It'll take
This man be roasting multiple people at a time, bro. Shit, I be roasting like 2 folks with dumb takes in my comments. He one-upped me, bro. He's out here cooking multiple folks.
take the video too long. Okay, y'all guys are never happy. I don't know how I got roped in with whoever the hell he's roping me in with. Make up your mind. Do we want a Frolova type of weapon or do we want an Augusta type of weapon? I never once said anything about Frolova's weapon. This happens a lot in the on the internet. You get people who will basically read a bunch of different like perspectives, right? So they'll be like, oh, this guy's complaining about this, guy's complaining about this. And then when somebody else comes along and says, wait, this sucks, they just automatically take everybody else's complaint and make you the singular target of that complaint. And so you are accused of things you've never said.
They be putting words in your mouth, or they be like twisting the narrative of what you're trying to say. That literally happened to me in this video right here. So basically I went right here and I dropped this video, which is I compared YOOOO as a supporter that increases damage. That's all we're talking about in this video, how these characters increase damage. So I compared her to 3 other supporters in the game that increase damage. And then I looked at their kits, and then I paired them up with other either best in slot characters for them or DPS characters, main DPS units, and how they can, you know, link up with them and support them, right? A random dude sees this and goes, well, how come you didn't add Zhang Xing to YOOOO? Because I pretty much said that YOOOO only has 4. In reality, it's 5 because I made a mistake in the video. I didn't put it in here that she also pairs up with Peebs. But they're like, how are you going to say that she only has 4 people that she can pair up with? Why didn't you add Zhang Xing into the list? Are you dumb, bro? Every character in here is a main DPS outside of strictly synergistic characters, like, for example, Lupa and Brandt, or Rosha and Cantarella. Every other character that these units can support, be it a small buff, is literally a main DPS. Why the hell would I add Zhang Xing here? That's like saying, yo, yeah, I'm just gonna add Sanhua into the Zheji lineup because she can get buffed by Glacio. So people start twisting your words all the time, and you gotta be hyper specific and then cook them for being stupid. And I know that's what he's doing right now, bro. Some people on the internet just be dumb, bro.
It's just like, I don't know what it is. It's a chronically online trait. They just can't differentiate that different people have different takes. I don't know. I'm sorry, Smack, but a lot of those points sound good for free to play and low spenders. Even as someone that gets every character and weapon, there's a bit of value there if you care enough. Also, the point on the set is okay with me because it makes some people have to grind for every new set that comes out. Just use an older set and get almost the same value out of the character with something you've been grinding for a while, especially because the way the new sets are, you don't get tuners or tubes from the fields. So it seems like he agrees with me on that part. But the first part, he's saying it sounds good for free to play and low spenders. So here's the thing. Free to play and low spenders don't have a problem in Wuthering Waves because Wuthering Waves power creep isn't problematic. It never has been problematic.
Yeah, it's
And this
not
is
that big of
where
a
I'm
deal.
gonna get into it. You can go through this freaking comment section, and you can like you'll just see it's a lot of morons who just don't know how to have good argumentation. Now let's go ahead and talk about the core root of the problem. First
Okay.
of all, anybody making an argument about free to play and low spenders having a problem with signature weapons in Wuthering Waves, you're a literal fucking retard. And let me
Bro, I love the fact that he just straight up cooks them. Like, you don't even hold back. Like, you're dumb. Nah, you're just a retard. Like, he goes straight at their neck vein, bro.
explain why. The baseline difficulty of Wuthering Waves can always be cleared with free-to-play resources. You quite literally never have to spend on a singular signature weapon in this game due to its high skill expression and high skill ceiling. You can always clear all contents in the game. It's been that way since day one. There is no reason for you to pull on a signature weapon unless you want to. Unless you want to, okay? If you want to be greedy and stupid, you can do it.
And listen, I know a lot of you, I know there's a lot of people here that will disagree with what he just said, right? With the whole, you don't have to pull signature weapons. You can clear all the content in the game with, like, regular standard banner weapons or just random things like that. And y'all want to argue with the hell nah, there's power creep, there's HP inflation, yada, yada, yada. Yeah? Say that to the Don Jin mains. Say that to Rexlin clearing everything with doo-doo as YOOOO. Say that to people clearing Hakade with a solo Lumi. Yes, there's not a lot of people that can do that, but if they can do it with a 4-star character, one, you're going to tell me that you can't do it with a full roster of 5-star characters just because they don't have their signature weapon? Sounds to me like a skill issue.
Right? But there's actually no legitimate reason in terms of necessity. You know why power creep was a problem in HSR? Because the baseline would raise with the new strengths of the SIGs and the newer characters coming out to the point where your account would eventually become obsolete and ass.
Yeah.
That made signature weapons a necessity. It made pulling on newer characters a necessity. But as you can see in Wuthering Waves, we're using fucking Mortefi, who came out in 1.0. We're still using Shorekeeper as the universal synergist. We're still using Verena. There is no power creep problem in WUWA. There's never been a power creep problem.
So, before people go at him for this, he's not denying that there has been some power creep. That's not what he's saying. He's saying there is no power creep problem. You can still clear all the content with your units, right? Be it older units or even the newer units. There is, power creep in the damage some of the units do. Like if you compare a unit like Gion to a unit like Cardathea, both arrow units, you will see that Cardathea does a lot more damage. That's not something we can even discuss. But it's not a problem to where the characters are getting so much stronger and all of that it's a problem. It's just simply, it's there, but it's not an issue.
And so we're at the point now where free-to-play players are not mad because the weapon signature is substantially stronger and it is power creep. They're mad because they're insecure.
There you go. He just said it. It is power creep. Like, they are getting stronger, but it's not a problematic power creep, right?
Projecting that their account and their wallet can't afford the signature weapon. You see, there's a massive difference here.
Yup.
And these people are so narcissistic to the point where they don't want you to have nice things that you spent a lot of money on.
Yup.
Because that makes them feel insecure about themselves
Yup.
and their own account. It's loser mentality.
Bro, it's that loser ass mentality, bro. Like, I used to post videos back in the day with S6R5 clears. And I'm telling you, when I like a character, I dedicate every resource into mid-maxing that character's echoes, that character's builds. Obviously, I'm gonna get them their signature weapon. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I wouldn't give a shit if the signature weapons in this game all gave the same stats. Like, if every signature weapon gave, like, I don't know, 20 crit rate, 20 crit damage, and attack, I would still pull the signature weapon because it looks good next to the character. Going back to what I was saying, I would upload these videos at S6R5, and the title would be like, I don't know, Shang Li free-to-play showcase. People would be so mad in my comments. How dare you say this is a free-to-play showcase? You have the signature weapon. Bitch, what? What do we... What are we talking about? Bro, it got so bad. How dare you say this is a free-to-play showcase when you have amazing echoes? That ain't free-to-play. Bro, it was that loser mentality. Yo, you got so many things that are so good, I can't get them or I haven't gotten them, so you suck. You're doing all these things wrong. And it's like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, you ain't mad about certain things like that. You're just mad you can't get them or whatever it might be the reason, right? Because complaining about a character and their signature weapon is stupid. I've had people literally in my comments talking about, you should make tier lists without ranking the signature weapons. Because there are some of us that like pulling multiple characters and don't care about the weapons. And I'm like, yo, that's fine. If you like pulling multiple characters and not pulling their signature weapons, that's absolutely fine. But then don't bitch when someone does a video or talks about a free-to-play unit and their signature weapon when you actively chose to not get the weapon so you can get every big booty, big titty waifu that drops. Right? Like, that makes literally no sense to me, bro. Everybody in this game that plays it can get the character they like and their signature weapon every time, as long as you're not trying to get every single character and every weapon, because in all honesty, why the hell would you even do that? Like, bro, what is the purpose of wanting to get every character that drops if you can't even play them? Like, what you're gonna play 10 minutes with every character in your account every time you log in just because, yeah. Like, what are we talking about? Bro, build your teams, get your units, get your weapons, and you can always get more characters on the rerun. Or just play however you want, but then don't bitch at people that are smarter with their decisions, even other free-to-plays. I have tons of free-to-play people in my Discord and people that I know that play this game that have the Mono Fusion with their weapons, that have like the Mono Havoc with their weapons, that get the characters and their weapons, and then they have no problem clearing content because they make the right decisions, bro. So that loser mentality gotta go. Y'all gotta go get some pussy. Y'all gotta go outside and smoke some touch some grass. Y'all gotta do something, bro. Cause y'all can't be living life like that, bro. Be better.
Get out the damn room, go touch some grass, go get a job and better your life.
Yes.
And you won't care about these things. It's a single player video game.
Yes.
The only reason a signature weapon being substantially stronger than all other weapons should ever be a problem is if you hop on this game and you're not using the SIG weapon and you just can't clear the content.
Yep.
If you can clear all content in the game, not just by a fucking hair, not just by a hair's breadth, but like comfortably with 30 seconds remaining on the clock in Tower of Adversity, whimpering waist, knocking it out no problem. Holograms, you can clear them hoes with one character. Hell, people go in the tower with 2 characters.
That's what I was saying, bro. Like, I don't get it, bro. How can people like how can you sit there in front of your computer and type that you can't clear certain content or that you need the signature weapons, and then there's a dude on the same platform that you're commenting on, that being YouTube for the most part, showcasing how he clears the game mode you're saying you can't clear with your full team of 5-star characters, and that person is clearing it with a 4-star. Do you not look at yourself and feel embarrassed that you're even out here talking shit about the teams and needing weapons when there's a dude clearing everything with the freaking YOOOO, with the Shishia, with the Lumi, with standard? Like, what are we talking about, bro?
There is no legitimate reason for you morons to be mad about signature weapon power creep. Because here's the funny thing. I guarantee you these same people are kudo bots that defend the billion-dollar company. And now they're mad that people are trying to give money to this company that they defend so fucking like psychotically.
Bro, you know what's crazy? What he just said? So these as he says, kudo bots, bro, or you know, Hoyo shills, whatever, they be like hardcore defending their company. My company don't do no wrongs. My billion-dollar company is amazing. The moment they see a whale, bro, the moment they see someone pulling all the characters and their signature weapons and clearing the content and doing builds and showcasing a unit's full potential with the weapons, oh my god, bro. They go at their necks. You're trash. That's not free to play. Why would you spend all that? Why would you S6 a character? I'm literally giving money to the company that you're out here dick sucking on. Why are you mad that I'm supporting the company? I don't even, like, logically, 95% of the arguments of a lot of these dumbasses that do things like this make no sense, bro. Like, they legit make no sense, bro.
Well, now you don't want people to give them money. That's what we're complaining about. Get this. If they don't improve the signature weapon value, then people are going to stop pulling and spending on the signature weapons. Why the fuck would I pull on a premium priced weapon that doesn't have premium value? It's the same value as other SIGs. It's aesthetic, which by the way, there's comments in here quite literally mad that I said it should offer more of an aesthetic value. I even put in my pinned comment, I'll take aesthetic power creep over actual DPS power creep. There was a motherfucker that was mad about that. It's like, at this point, you are now arguing,
bro, people just be getting mad, bro,
that this business should not be operated the way a business should be operated. Hey guys, here's the premium weapon. It's going to give you comfort and efficacy activation for its ability. It's going to give you some damage increase, and it's going to give you some aesthetic pleasing visuals that aren't mid but high quality. But
okay, so maybe he wasn't that pleased that the difference between Gion's weapon and Augusta's weapon is so low, right? Like 10%. So, you know, let's play devil's advocate and let's see, you know, all sides of things. I personally feel that a signature weapon should always be better on the character than any other option in the game, which is the case with Augusta's weapon. It is the better option than any other weapon in the game, right? It is 10% better than the second best premium weapon that you can put on her. So that checks, right? More value than any other weapon on the character that the weapon's supposed to be on. But maybe Gacha, you know, Gacha Smack was thinking more than a 10% value, to the point where you can use Gion's weapon and still clear all content, because like he said, you don't really need the signature weapons. But if you do happen to get the signature weapon, a minuscule value like 5-10% increase is not enough to satisfy what he's saying, right? Maybe a 20 to 25% increase on a signature weapon's damage on the specific character. But that's where we start to talk about, well, if it's a 25% difference from the second best, it just starts going down the line. And by the time we get to the free-to-play options, it'll be like a 40-50% difference, and people wouldn't like that. So there's a lot of sides and balancings and things like that. I do get where he's coming from. I do get where other people are coming from in regards to that. I still think Augusta's weapon is her best in slot. Obviously, that's not debatable. And yes, it's very close to Gion. But at the same time, it would be very hard to implement her and give her like a 25% difference from Gion. Because if I'm not mistaken, her second, or not second, but her first option as a free-to-play, I don't remember if it's like the standard banner 5-star. And I believe it's already like a 30% difference. So if we add to that another like 10-15% difference, it'll be about a 40 plus difference between the free to play options. And I know people be getting mad at that. You don't need the weapons, but at the end of the day, it's a tough subject. I think I agree though. I do think that signature weapons should provide a more unique feel to the characters they're doing. And even though I do think that Augusta's does that to a certain degree, and I was also surprised when I saw the difference between Gion and Augusta, where it's almost not noticeable. It is noticeable, but not like, oh snap, okay, which is not that bad either, you know?
But it's going to cost $100 upwards. How could you complain about a completely reasonable, not necessity, but want for people who are willing to pay for that product? Now, my video is me complaining about a product I already paid for. I'm with it. It is what it is. I have that right to complain about a product I've already paid for and say this product doesn't really match the value I spent on it. It is what it is, but I would like for you guys to provide more of a value for the price that you're charging. See, this is like unrefutable argumentation. There's no good reason for you goofy ass niggas to be mad at this. And once again,
I'm going to have to use that on my videos, bro, because I grew up with a Haitian and Jamaican best friend, right? So my language was not bro, dude, and man. It was something more along the lines of...
See, this is like unrefutable argumentation. There's no good reason for you goofy ass niggas to be mad at this. And
So whenever some goofy ass bumba clop be in my comments talking shit, I'm gonna hit him with that little clip right there.
Once again, I want to provide tangible evidence of the retardation going on in the
Hey, yo, homie just said the retardation going on in my comments, bro.
comment section. This particular part is where things are going to go ugly from the community. I don't give a fuck about things going ugly from the community. You niggas aren't that intelligent. Let's add a little bit
He's funny as shit,
more
bro.
to the signature to give more value to it. Because if every single weapon gets access to this, that diminishes the value of the signature. The only thing the signature does is, like I said, when you're in her ultimate state. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So when you're in her ultimate state, this is the value you get, right? This is what I'm literally
I don't know what he was trying
arguing
to say there,
that a
but yeah.
signature weapon should have more aesthetic properties to
Oh,
be appeasing on the eye of the guy who dropped a hundo. And these motherfuckers are like, the community's not gonna like that.
okay. First off, if he's arguing right there that it should just have a more aesthetic feel to it, I gotta go with him on that because let's be real. You pulled fucking what's her name? Zani's gauntlets. What the bro? She has a giant shield and a broadsword, and you barely see her gauntlets. Like, sure, they might be there, but like, really, bro? You pull Lupa's beautiful, amazing sword. You see that shit for like half a second, every 3 rotations. You might peek it from the corner of your eyeball. Other than that, you don't see it. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? So yeah, I do think that if I'm gonna pull a signature weapon that, like he says, could be worth about $100, it should provide at least more of an aesthetic feel to it. And once again, how the hell are y'all mad about something that doesn't even provide a buff or a power creep? Yo, that shit looks more badass than the last weapon. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Design creep. These are predatory devs. Screw this game. What are we talking about? Bro, if you have Cardithea and you like Cardithea, you see her in fleur-de-lis form, you want to die by snoo sucker toes and get asphyxiated by her booba, why would you not want her to have a weapon that pairs beautifully with her, that has some insane animations that are unique to the weapon, if you're going to spend your hard-earned astrite summoning for a stupid weapon over a whole new character? Wouldn't you want the weapon, and we're just talking about aesthetics, wouldn't you want it to provide at least that much of a bonus for it to look amazing? I'm just saying.
Not because that is power creep, because it's visual and it matches the price of the product. It's like, bro, this is how you know how delusional, how unbelievably cooked people in the gacha community are. It's unreal. It's uncanny. They don't understand like common sense, fundamental business ethics. All they think is my scenario, I don't have it, so nobody else should be able to have it either.
Yep, and bro, he's pretty much said everything he needed to say. I gotta be honest, I agree with a lot of the things I heard in the video. I explained my thoughts and my takes regarding a lot of these things. And to end it, I feel that a lot of people in the internet, one, are exactly like he said. They have this freaking mentality that if it doesn't apply to me, then I don't care for it, right? I talk about this all the time. They just added Flight to 1.0. Since 2.0, since I came back to Withering Waves and I seen Flight, I said, we need Flight in 1.0. It would be amazing to have Flight in 1.0, right? All the new people would get Flight. Over the next few months, I would always bring it up, and there would always be somebody that would say, we don't need Flight in 1.0. I never go there. I don't need Flight there. I've already 100%ed all the maps, right? It doesn't apply to them, so they don't care. And there's so many people out there like that. Then you have the people that will twist your words and add more shit to things you never said. And then there are people that simply can't understand the words that you're saying. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? No, they don't, because they're retarded. That's just the reality of it. But yeah, man, let me know what you think about this video. At the end of the day, I don't have a problem with Augusta. I think her weapon is fine. I do think that the cosmetic side of things that he was talking about, 100% agreed. Especially on the characters I mentioned, where you don't even see their freaking weapon, despite their weapons looking amazing. But yeah, man, Smack out here smacking, folks. Appreciate y'all for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. But don't talk smack, because you might get cooked on my next video. Peace. There we go. Now, what y'all talking about in the chat? Is that all the videos? I don't want to react to that one. I don't know what the fuck that is. Let's see what we talking about, chat. Pay to win Echo. Bro, I kid you not. When I dropped my way back in the day, dog, this was way back in the day, right? When Shangli first dropped, and I kid you not, I don't remember my Shangli build. Let me just actually do this real quick. Hold on. I'll do it with you guys. Where is my Shangli video? That was so long ago. Where the fuck? That's like when I first came back to the game and I reposted my old Shangli video, bro. This was my Shangli, bro. This was my... Hold on, I gotta play this for y'all. Tell me this ain't peak, bro. Hold on. Let me play this for y'all.
If you're gonna hold me down, you're not gonna let me into your castle walls. None of you can keep them. 'Cause if I gotta burn it all down, then we'll burn it all down. Oh my, look at who ends up bigger this time. And if I gotta break it all down, then let's break it all down. Playing with fire, and we'll burn it all down.
I love that. That was such a long time ago. So I dropped my Shangli, right? This is my Shangli way back in the day. I'm pretty sure she was buffed when I did this with something. I don't know if it was Verena or maybe I had like a crit rate buff. I don't fucking remember what it was. But I dropped this video with this Shangli right here, bro. My echoes, I don't remember what they were because this was like 2 days or a day after she dropped.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Hold on. Let me look at my echoes, bro. They weren't even that good back in the day, right? So crit rate, crit damage, attack, resonance, skill. Cool. Let me see what else we got going on here. I had some other ones that I would... Bro, look at this. This is me building my Shangli back in the day. 1, 2, 3, 4 Inferno Riders. So you could tell that I'd be out here, like, actually building my shit, bro. Crit rate, crit damage, heavy attack, energy regen. Like, they weren't even, like, perfect rolls like I'd be doing, like, nowadays, right? Again, crit rate, attack percentage, crit damage, bro. All of my echoes were like this, bro. And I'm telling you, no dupes, by the way. No dupes on that or on the weapon, bro. No dupes. S6R5. I'm telling you, the amount of people that would shit talk because apparently having the weapon and having good echoes was pay to win is actually insane. The comments are not there because it was like on my old channel. But yeah, man, that shit was stupid, bro. You only get to see her skinny Bankai and her liberation for 7 seconds. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I get where Smack was coming from with what he said right there. That makes sense. The whole animation of things. For real, bro. Like, I hate pulling a weapon like, what's her face? Lupa's weapon. And then you don't really get to see it like that, bro. Like, that's just so dumb. Look at this thing. It's beautiful. Why she post like that, bro? She tooted it, bro. Look. And then, nah, bro. You have a spear. You have a spear in her set. Come on now. Yo, CJ, read my comment. Do you remember that survey? There was a poll Kuro did quite a while ago where they asked if we wanted them to show their signature more or have them have a whole different weapon show up more, like Gion Spear. I think we know what almost everybody chose. It seems so. Bro, but doesn't Gion still show it? Or am I tripping? Doesn't Gion actually show his sword every now and then?
Should you find yourself lost,
Hold on.
follow the banner of the Qinglong.
Yeah, bro, look. You at least see it, bro. You have the shit chilling, bro. You know, you seeing that shit at least. At least you're seeing, bro, you really don't see Lupa's. Like, you have to try to find Lupa's weapon.
Time to hunt.
What the fuck? Where? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, right there. You saw it for like 2 seconds. Right there. You see it so little, bro. So little in an animation like this. Like, really? And she still has her whole spear. Like, bro, that's the... You literally have to, like... Oh, there it is. But, like, in an actual, like, fight, bro, you're not out here, like... You ain't seen shit. You ain't seen shit, bro. It's like... You know what I mean? You can see it, but, like, you ain't actually seeing shit. So, like, I get where Smack is coming from with the whole aesthetic type of thing. Personally, I think that if they're gonna do designs like this, right, and this good, let it show on the characters. Let it show on the characters, bro. Same with Zani, bro. Zani has no business having a goddamn gauntlet. Like, why? Why not just a broad blade? Like, what the hell is even this? You know what I mean? I'd rather aura farm. Yeah, now imagine if you couldn't see it on Calcharo either. Kind of doo-doo. That's why I skipped Lupa's weapon. Just let her use Jinshi's weapon. Yeah, bro. Like, it's really unnecessary. Yeah, if she held it for a little longer, bro, it wouldn't be that bad. And don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining about Lupa. I love the fact that she got a spear. That's cool. But, like, at least with this Bumbaclaw, you see it right there. Like, you're seeing the weapon, bro. Right? Like, you're seeing the weapon. Look at it. You're seeing constantly, bro. You get me? In that survey, 50-50, someone, because the aesthetics of weapon you use is still cool no matter what weapon it is. Yeah, I mean, it's 50-50 because it doesn't matter what weapon you use, but at the same time, I think that it should matter what weapon you use in terms of aesthetics. Like, okay, fine, people don't want power creep in terms of stats. Okay, understandable. But now we can't also have, like, aesthetic power creep? That's also bad? Why is it that free-to-plays feel the need to, like, if I can't get it, then nobody else should? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even about damage numbers or anything. Just making sure the weapon looks great on screen. And that gives maybe a reason to pull the weapon. Now, I'd rather they don't show the weapon. So when I skip the weapons, my character don't look like a potato running a random, like, purple sword. And my character's whole kit looks green. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, hide the shame of not pulling the weapons. You get me? I don't know. I don't mess with that, bro. Finally done with work. Welcome back.
Stay sharp.
What is this dude? Oh, hell no. I'm gonna get cooked. My Gion, I don't think he's built whatsoever. Run away. Run away. Rule for me, but not for thee is for... Yeah, rule for me, but not for thee is the free-to-play mentality on that regard. And I think that's fucked up, bro. Like, I understand people not wanting power creep and, like, the damage numbers and shit. But, like, designs and stuff, that's also dumb. You don't get the free-to-play argument as long as you don't need to... As long as I know you don't... Well, technically, you don't need to pull to get anything. You don't even need to pay. You don't even need to pay to get S6R5. You can just, you know, pull it. But free-to-plays... And if you're a free-to-play in the chat and you don't have fucking half a brain cell, then this doesn't apply to you. You're not the free-to-plays we're talking about. We're talking about the free-to-plays that have like an entitlement feeling to everything they do. That they feel superior because they're free to play and they beat things free to play. We're not talking about the normal free to play people that are just chill as shit, that understand they get what they want. They don't get everything. They don't need to get everything. Like, those are normal people. We're talking about the weird free to plays. The ones that are there always complaining about something, bro. You know what I mean? Why am I with Gion, bro? Fuck. I'm in the air. Hold on. Let me switch my team to my glorious queen. Actually, should I just solo?
All the sun touches is ours to fight for.
All the sun touches is ours to fight for. Me standing out, catching a tan, bro. I've been going out more trying to get a tan just because of Augusta, chat. So if you see me with a nice tan, just know it's because Augusta said that all the sun touches is hers. So, you know, just letting y'all know. They really put free-to-play as a badge of honor. Bro, I remember back in the day when I used to cover a different game, the mentality from the free-to-plays in that game were so hardcore, bro. Like, they would always talk about how they're free-to-play and they're better than the people that pay to win. And that shit made no sense to me. Like, what are you talking about? You're weird. I don't think that free-to-plays are better, and I don't think that pay-to-wins are better. Like, that shit has nothing to do with anything at all. Doesn't make you a better player, a better person, to pay or not to pay. You know what I mean? I dropped 500 and I skipped the whole 2x to get Zani and Lupa free-to-play. Are hella entitled sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, bro. I don't get it. I think that, that video from Smack was good. I'm gonna get cooked. No one cooks me, Zanny. You should know this by now, bro. I'm uncookable, bro. Because if I happen to make a mistake and say something that was wrong, you know what happens? I say, hey, bro, I made a mistake. I didn't realize it was like that. I'm glad you showed me the way. Appreciate it, right? But I never go out of my way to spit some, like, flat out, just horrendous takes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait for the comments on my next couple of uploads, bro. You know there's gonna be some dumbasses in them comments yapping, bro. Oh, with the tan? Oh yeah, bro. I'm gonna get fully cooked by the sun. That is one thing that will cook me because, hey, bro, Augusta said everything the sun touches is hers. So we gotta get tanning, bro. When I was free to play, I just like people's reaction when I was free to play on some games. Yeah, bro. Like being free to play is nice. It's the same as being pay to win, no difference. Just people playing their games however they want or can. Neither one is a reason to flex. Like, yo, I pay for all my characters. Look at me, I'm better. Bro, you're weird. Yo, look at me, I'm free to play. I'm better. You're weird. You know what I'm saying? Damn, that is a big comment. Hold on. Now imagine Yuno's bow wheel only spawn if you have the signature. Oh, God. Well, so that's a tough one because they're making characters that don't have the weapons that they're used. They're making characters that use weapons that we don't have in the game, right? We have Zani that uses a shield, so you can't just make her use a different gauntlet and now she doesn't have her shield. But they can make it would be more work, but they can make it so, for example, if you don't pull the signature weapon, right? Let's say, and I know some people are gonna be mad at this. Because your thing was Yuno, right? Like, your example was Yuno. So let's go with the Yuno, because I know people are going to be mad at this one. Gotta trigger them, folks. We have Yuno. You have her beautiful-looking thingy-mabobber, right? It's part of her kit, right? That's her weapon, right? They could make it so you pull her weapon, you get this version. You don't pull her weapon, you get a more basic version of the same thing, right? You put her on a different gauntlet, now her little wheel looks more basic. Right? Maybe it doesn't have the gold on it or something. And people, how dare you? No, I want the fancy one. But once again, that doesn't give you more power to have it look different. But I mean, it's one of those nitpicky things that doesn't really matter. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Where, you know, pushing back to what Smack was saying. The entitled free-to-plays are the ones that don't even play the game on free-to-play, and I've been getting like 2x extras per day. Yeah, like, bro, I have tons of free-to-plays in my Discord, and we often talk about, and I have people in my Discord that are free-to-play that are better than me. Like, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, they're good. They learn their characters. I have people in my Discord that are free-to-play that make smart decisions, but then there's always those free-to-plays that are, like, free-to-play, casual, they don't invest in their characters, they don't learn their characters, and then they blame everybody else for the fact that they suck at the game. It's because you're a whale that you're better. No, motherfuckers. It's because your account looks like it just came out of a fucking nuclear explosion. It looks like a dumpster, bro. That shit smell like garbage truck juice. Out here with like level 70 characters. How you have echoes that don't even have crit or crit damage or attack bonus? You're out here with echoes with like defense HP on a DPS And you talking about my character can't do damage. It has nothing to do with you being free to play. It has a lot to do with the fact that your build looks like doo-doo. You know what I'm saying? ZZZ does that, but it's very low-key. Oh, in ZZZ, they make it so you don't really see their weapon, like, specific weapon? That's actually interesting. Crazy how being free-to-play in this game isn't even that hard. Bro, it really isn't. This game being free-to-play is, bro, you're doing good as long as you're playing the game as you're actively free-to-play. If you're not playing the game, you're not doing smart shits as you play the game. You're just kind of fucking yourself over, guys. If you don't pull, you know, signature weapon, then you can't see her feet. Oh my god. Nines is trying to create the apocalypse of WUWA, bro. Homie said, if you don't pull Yuno's signature weapon, she comes wearing some Timberland boots, bro. She comes wearing some big to the fucking knee boots, and they're ugly. They're like doo-doo brown. So you gotta pull her signature weapon, otherwise she gonna come out here with some big old New Yorker Timberland boots. Okay? That's crazy, bro. You know people are gonna be like, oh hell no, cancel that dude Nines, bro. If I find you on the street, I'm punching you in the neck, bro. That's insane. If you spend $100 once, does that mean you're free to play? Nah, bro. That means you're a gigantic giga whale. Outrage. This is blasphemy. The Timberland 11s dang need that, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. She just comes out wearing some big old boots. That's kind of funny, bro. Peak cinema. Alright, boys. Let me see if I've done everything for the day, though, before I check out. Oh, I haven't. What the fuck? Hey, yo. That's nice. Oh, I haven't claimed none of these? Oh, I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. I know my title says WUWA, but I'll leave that for tomorrow since we've had some good reactions. We did a bunch of content today, and we've been live for about 3.5 hours. So I'll leave that for tomorrow, but before we end it, let's go and do this so we can get some materials for you know. You know who? I don't even know what y'all are talking about, bro. On Twitch. What y'all boys talking about in Twitch? Yeah, we're doing WUWA tomorrow, and if I get it done quick, which I'll get it done quick, we'll do the story tomorrow. I'll do the story tomorrow, boys. I promise. Shit. Let's see what y'all arguing about on Twitch. How you can say Smack's take is retarded? The logic is quite literally in your face. So y'all arguing about Smack's take? Hold on. I want to see what specific part of the take are you against from the things he said. I want to hear it though. I want to hear what's popping, bro. Let's go here. 7 and 8 floors you can skip in WUWA. Just a heads up. Bet. Perfect. If you do more than pay for the $5 thing, damn it, I wanted to flex my free-to-play title. Damn, you're just too strong now. You gotta flex your whale title, bro. Let's do 2 of these. Yeah, sure, we'll do solo Augusta. See, do you? I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I like the main quests in WUWA. I usually leave them for a little bit after everybody's done it, because every time you go into the main story, when the quest has just came out, most people, at least because I'm a small creator, most people walk away because they haven't done it either, so they want to watch it themselves rather than have somebody spoiling it for them. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be a savior for your player character to be on morally right side or whatever you're trying to make it out. If I pull a character, I also always pull the weapon, and I don't pull for standard. So this take. Oh, if I pull a character, I always pull the signature as well. I do always pull the signature. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm agreeing with Smack's take. The other dude just thinks Smack's take is overall bad because it targets a subset of people that own Giannis weapons, which wasn't the entire point. I don't even know what y'all talking about in its entirety, but yeah, man, I think that's gonna be it. Smack is that's crazy, bro. No, I reacted to his videos, Annie. I'll be dropping it later today. Yeah, his take was reasonable, bro. I don't think there was anything wrong with Smack's take, at least within the direct subject of what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? I think it was relatively fair, everything he said. It's like we said, bro. When it comes to people, a lot of times it's hard to get one message across without another message being put into it. Once again, I'm not talking about the people on my chat. I'm just talking about in general. But with that being said, I appreciate everybody that tuned in. We have a pretty damn good chat. If you guys want me to react to more content, feel free to join Discord. I have a reaction tab. Tomorrow I will be checking out that game you guys told me to check out to see what it's about. Y'all posted in the reaction content. I'll check out more videos like that. But yeah, man, have a wonderful, wonderful night, everybody. I love y'all. Don't be getting stressed over nothing in the games, bro. It's a fucking video game. There's gonna be like 27 more that comes out within the next couple of years. Don't ever get stressed. Enjoy yourself. Have a good night and peace.
Look like you don't care, walking the dust off. Is that what you do? Is that all you're